I try to implore as many people that I know who are my age, who are even younger, to be very cognizant of the environmental change. I could remember growing up in Baratari in Exuma. My grandfather, he lives on it's a rather high hill facing the ocean. We would play as kids on the shore. That shoreline has now climbed several feet. And that's about a 5 to 10 year time span. So it's obvious that the ocean levels are rising. It's obvious that the sunshine, the harshness of the sunshine is different. It's obvious that the ozone layer has been depleted. So just things like that. So any program or anything that I see that I can get involved in that helps us preserve the environment, that is me 100%.
Thank you.
You are very welcome.
Okay.
At the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas, I'm Clint Watson, and this is ZNS.
It's What's Trending with Jiminita Swain and the Bahama Beauty. At the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas, from Studio A. It all starts right now.
It's What's Trending on a Tuesday. Welcome to your daily fix of all the juicy stories lighting up your group chats. We've got entertainment news, the arts, lifestyle, fashion, and fun. Coming up in today's show, we're stepping inside a world where creativity meets community. The Confluence exhibition brings together bold Bahamian artists in a celebration of unity, culture, and shared expression. And joining us in studio is the woman behind it all. And Christmas is arriving early, and it's bringing food, fun, live entertainment, and a whole lot of giving back. We're talking Hope Fest 2025 with Great Commission Ministries. And don't move, the week's top headlines are on deck. We're cutting through the noise and giving you the stories that matter in Trend Tracker. Stick around, we've got so much more on the way after the break. You're watching What's Trending.
Diet-friendly special.
Our company offers a simple philosophy, open hands. What do open hands mean? If you keep your hands closed, nothing comes in, nothing goes out. If you keep your hands open, a lot of things comes in, a lot of things goes out. We cannot expect to be a successful company without blessing our community and blessing our country.
My good friend and valued client, Dominic Stirrup, approached me following a meeting we had and told me of the idea that he had of feeding 10,000 Bahamians on Thanksgiving.
There was a lot of details to put together, had to figure out how to get it done. But at the end, it was worth it. At the end, it gave me a heart of gratitude to know that our company is reaching out to so many persons.
We invite you on a journey to witness an extraordinary chapter in the story of the Bahamas Striping Group of Companies, a tale of compassion, unity, and the true spirit of Thanksgiving.
Today, we're diving into the vibrant world of Bahamian art with someone who has helped shape the creative landscape.
Culture and Color, presented by Dongaluk Studios Art Gallery.
Visual artist and owner of 6260 Art Gallery, June Colley, is here to talk about Confluence, an exhibition that explores the beauty of community and belonging through powerful, expressive works from artists like Cara Cartwright and Dominique Jacobs. June, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks so much for being here. So you're in the midst of planning Confluence. Tell us a little bit about what that is and why it was so important to put on this group art exhibition.
So it started as a conversation from the Fuse Art Fair, where they were talking about togetherness and unity, and I wanted to invite more artists to the conversation where we talk about just our personal experience and just to show the humanity amongst each other, and just, you know, a good reminder that, hey, all of us is one.
Yeah. So what went into curating the pieces, choosing the artists? How did you go about really deciding who would be a part of this exhibition?
Well, most of them are past artists. And what I did, I put together an artist statement, and I just said, hey, produce work that is on this theme, because I want to start a conversation about unity.
Okay, and so your exhibit statement describes the show as a meeting ground for connection. What do you hope audiences feel or understand when they walk into this space?
Well, I want them to have a reminder that culture is important, speaking to each other is important, just being together, being human is important, and I want each piece start a conversation, you know, just about our feelings, how we feel about certain topics. So every artist picked their own thing, so it's just different conversations in that space.
Okay, and so we hear a lot about collaboration in the creative sense, right? You see our influencers doing it, we see videographers and photographers doing it, and makeup artists do it. Why was it important for you to do this collaboration for artists?
It's important because I want artists to know that we need each other for this community to work. I want them to understand, not only the artists, but even the Bahamian community, just to understand that, you know, we need to be seen, we need to be heard. All of our voices are important, and everyone matters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like I said earlier, you've created pieces from incredible Bahamian artists. Let's talk about Cara Cartwright, right? So works like My Bad and Small Things have such a playful yet reflective tone. What drew you to her pieces, and what can we expect to find once we walk into that space from her?
Her pieces is more like, it's conversations what we used to have when we were kids. Just a play on the slang.
Yeah.
Just Cara as a person is very playful, very youthful, and I just love how she brings that into her artwork. You know? And
what about Dominique Jacobs? You have Blue Hibiscus and Getting My Pink. I love that.
Yes.
Is it something to do with flamingos or something?
Yes, it's her work is very feminine. She loves doing Black women hairstyle. She wants to show the beauty of Black women, and I really love that about her work. So when you look at it, you're just like taken aback and just like, wow, this is really cool, you know?
And who are some of the other artists we can expect to see on that night?
Well, I'll be there for sure.
Yes.
We have Canel Austin, we have Justin Moutry, and what else? We have Preston Hanna, and all of them are mostly figurative artists. We're gonna have Chanel Hanna there as well.
Okay, so we're going to see a lot of mixed art pieces, more paintings, or what kinds of art will we find?
It's mostly paintings.
Okay.
Yeah, it's different painting styles. So everybody have their own thing going on.
Okay, and we know your work. Bright,
Yes.
bold, colorful, very Bahamian. What are we going to see from you that night?
Well, my work
Some
is
new stuff, or?
yeah, it's completely new.
Okay.
My work is about women, culture, and us playing music.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. And so for you as a curator and artist, what does belonging look like in the art sense? Because I think we're all, in our own ways trying to find our little corners where we fit in. What does that look like for you in the art world?
For me, it's just being able to express myself. And just, I think I like how people interact with my artwork. Like, I'm telling my story, but it's always cool to hear other women like, oh, this is me. This is me when I come from work, or I just love having those
That
conversations.
relatability, right?
Yeah. So I think that's very important to me.
And real briefly, let's talk a little bit about your 6260 Art Gallery. For anyone who's never visited before, tell us a little about the space, what you have in there, and what can we find?
Well, it's a small space. It's very community heavy. The idea of the space is to promote young, upcoming, emerging artists. Of course, professional artists in there as well, but our main focus has always been emerging artists. We also have jewelry in there made by my mom.
Aww.
Yes, and she also managed the gallery.
Okay.
And we do classes, we have little programs, and it's just to keep the community, in there.
Together, yeah. So tell us about Confluence, right? Give us the details. How can we purchase tickets, or is it free? Let us know.
Free.
Oh, free, a free event.
Free.
Give us a date, time, and everything else.
It is free. Let me say that again.
$3.99.
It's on the 28th of November, 6 to 9. Light refreshments, so free wine.
Okay.
And a little bit of hors d'oeuvres.
Okay, and lots of art.
Yes.
All right, well, thank you so much, June, for sharing this beautiful vision of community and creativity with us. Well, coming up after the break, Great Commission Ministries is gearing up to host Hope Fest. The details after the break.
Hi, I'm Brent from CBS Bahamas. Listen, if you're a contractor or tradesman, you want to be a part of our Preferred Contractors Program. By enrolling in our Preferred Contractors Program, you'll save 10% automatically at both of our locations. And guess what? The more you spend, the more you save. That discount can increase. Register today at cbsbahamas.com/register using your trade name to be automatically enrolled.
What's trending in business? Who's making major money moves? And how's it shaping your future? This is Economics, your front row seat to the biggest stories in business, innovation, and finance. Powered by the Sand Dollar, the digital currency of the Central Bank of the Bahamas. It's fast, secure, Bahamian. We're breaking down the numbers, the news, and what it means to you. Tune in every Thursday at 6 p.m. for the trends, the insights, and the stories that matter. Get informed, get inspired, get in the mix with Economics.
Your home is your sanctuary. The last thing you need to worry about is rodents. Once they enter your property, they can be tough to get out. If you're concerned about rodents, call Rent-A-Kill Initial. We offer the latest, most effective treatment for safe, fast, and long-lasting results. From prevention to elimination, our integrated approach guarantees protection. For rodent control you can trust, there's only one name in the Bahamas. Rent-A-Kill Initial.
Honey barbecue, sweet and spicy, all new. Signature hot wings. What's your flavor? Roasted garlic parmesan, tastes so good, chicken. Ghost pepper wings.
Now available at Popeyes in Nassau.
holiday season right around the corner, one event is bringing together family fun, festive vibes, and community impact all in one place. Hope Fest 2025. And here to tell us all about it are Great Commission Ministries Executive Director, Dr. Tamalia Gibson, and Operations Manager, Pastor Marvin Gibson. Welcome to the show, guys.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
So we're weeks away from Hope Fest.
Oh, yeah.
Are you guys excited?
Beyond excited.
I'm tired a little bit, right? A little bit tired.
A lot tired.
A lot of tired. So tell me, Dr. Tamalia, about Hope Fest, what inspired it, and what can we look forward to?
Well, certainly Hope Fest is the fundraiser for Great Commission Ministries, and you can expect just all the things, Christmas cheer, you can expect vendors with all types of delicious food, all your Christmas gifts. You could come and do your Christmas shopping at Hope Fest. And then we have an amazing lineup of artists. The top artists in the country will be there. We're going to have an old school segment, a Bahamian segment, and we're also going to end with a gospel segment. Okay. And this is all happening December 6th. That's a Saturday. And the event will be from 1 to 10 p.m. at Collins House. So we are super excited about it because we need the money, but also because we know that this is a great way to show hope, to spread love, Christmas cheer, and all the good things.
Awesome. And you said two things. You said food and you said shopping. Right? So let's dive into Hope Fest.
Yes.
And some of the vendors, some of the food vendors we can expect, because I'm coming to, you know, put my palate to use.
Trust me, I can't wait to eat. I love to eat too.
Yes.
So we're gonna have Mexican food, Jamaican food with the grills, the jerks, all type of meat that you could think of. We're gonna have all of the sweets that you could think of. We have a lot of great desserts, lemonades, all the different flavors, lemonades, teas. You know, some people like that nice, I know I love it.
Yes.
That nice tea. You could eat it, drink it cold or hot. We have some amazing vendors. And then for shopping, all the things, you know, like your nice Christmas gift items, your tumblers, your Christmas decor. I love Christmas, so
me too.
All things Christmas, I'm about it. Yeah. And so you can get all your shopping done at Hope Fest.
Awesome. And Pastor Marvin, to bring you in now, she mentioned earlier that we need the money, right? Correct. We know Great Commission Ministries has been a staple in our community for decades, correct, right? So talk to us a little bit about what Hope Fest, what do you plan to gain from Hope Fest, and how this will help the ministry carry on?
Well, like you said, it's the monies, right? And Great Commission Ministries is an extremely expensive operation to maintain. Most people may think of, when they see Great Commission, they see the food lines, which is long every day. We feed over almost 600 people every day, 5 days a week. And that's just part of what we do. We also have 2 shelters, a women's shelter as far as, and a men's shelter. Women with kids, men that come out of situations where they may be homeless, where they may have just come out of a correctional facility and they need some place to stay. We're the only shelter, only organization that shelters men and women with children. We also have a feeding program where they get groceries twice a week. You also have programs where we actually, for a short while, we're able to assist people with stipends once a month. On top of that, we have deliveries to the shut-ins, to the older folks. I mean, it's an extremely expensive operation, not to mention the $3.5 million headquarters, our homeless shelter that our visionary Bishop Walter Hanshaw has envisioned for us.
Okay, so talk to me a little bit more about that. So it sounds like the needs are great. Yes. You know, even outside of just monetary and the funds, what are your most challenging and pressing issues right now?
Well, one of the issues that we always have is because we have 600 people that we feed every day. We need a lot of groceries. It takes a lot of manpower to run that operation. We also need lots of meat. Because we don't just give any type of food. No. If you ever stop by Great Commission, you know how Bahamian people go, right?
Like a spread.
Well, not just that,
food.
But if the food ain't good, they're gonna let you know.
Right.
So, but it's the testament that you see the folks that come every day. Yeah. And we have a class of people that's in this society is called the working poor. Mm-hmm. So you may find people who actually have jobs but can't afford to feed their families. Yeah. So they come in every day. So the need is great. Yeah. So we have to fulfill those needs. And that's what my beautiful wife spearheaded this lovely event called Hope Fest that's going to help to ease the burdens, to have some fun and spread Christmas cheer all at the same time.
And Dr. Tamali, you're having it around the time of year when we feel the need most.
Yeah.
Christmas time, when we're celebrating and eating and partying and opening gifts with our families. And we know that, like you said, that's probably the minimum of the numbers, 600 people a day. There's thousands of Bahamians who just won't get to experience that this year. What are you hoping Hope Fest does? Not just tangibly, but that soul-stirring thing. What do you want people to walk away with?
I believe that Bahamians are kind-hearted people, just genuinely kind. And I'm hoping that this event stirs up more passion and compassion, because whilst we're opening up our gifts, we have to realize that there's someone who doesn't have any food to eat, their cupboards are empty, and places like Great Commission Ministries, we take care of those who are hurting so bad and are in so much need. And so my hope is that Hope Fest would inspire people to think outside of themselves, be more selfless, and be more caring and giving. And so Great Commission Ministries is a great place to give. We are located 237 Wolf Road, and you can look at our website, gcmbahamas.com, and get more information about Great Commission Ministries. You can also give online.
Okay.
And so we appreciate every single donation goes towards our programs to help other people.
And we know your parents have made this their life's work.
Yes.
And I know recently they passed on the mantle to you, and you so graciously picked it up. How has that transition been, and what made you just want to continue on in their footsteps?
Well, I could never fill their footsteps because they're the most amazing people. I'm telling you, the shoes are huge.
Yeah.
I watch, even as my father was away sick with cancer, I watch him suffering himself, but picking up the phone to arrange for grocery to be delivered to someone that he saw on the news and they were in need. So this is an ongoing thing where their hearts are so big. And so I'm honored to be able to continue the legacy of sharing, of compassion and giving, but we can't do it alone. I can't do it alone. We have an awesome team, but we also need more support financially. And so people can come even to volunteer at Hope Fest. We need volunteers. That's something that we definitely need a lot of. And so if you would like to volunteer, you can email me and I can send you the registration link, and that is drgibson@gcmbahamas.com. So that you can email us, and we would love to have the support at Hope Fest.
So give us those details one more time about Hope Fest. December 6th, Collins House, all the other rest.
Yes, December 6th, that's a Saturday, 1 to 10 p.m. at Collins House. You can get your tickets at gcmbahamas.com, or you can get it at the event at Hope Fest. And we are looking forward to seeing everybody there. It's going to be a lot of fun. And did I mention that we're going to have games and rides?
Yes, and I think I saw something that said the first 50 kids get the first ride free or something.
Yes,
Awesome.
I wanted to make sure
all right.
Because, people, Bahamians like to win.
Yes. All right, so thank you so much for joining us today and for the incredible work you continue to do in our community. Well, up next, we're tracking the trends in Trend Tracker. Stay with us.
What's trending in business? Who's making major money moves? And how's it shaping your future? This is Economics, your front row seat to the biggest stories in business, innovation, and finance. Powered by the Sand Dollar, the digital currency of the Central Bank of the Bahamas. It's fast, secure, Bahamian. We're breaking down the numbers, the news, and what it means to you. Tune in every Thursday at 6 p.m. for the trends, the insights, and the stories that matter. Get informed, get inspired, get in the mix with Economics.
Diet-friendly special.
What's trending in business? Who's making major money moves? And how's it shaping your future? This is Economics, your front row seat to the biggest stories in business, innovation, and finance. Powered by the Sand Dollar, the digital currency of the Central Bank of the Bahamas. It's fast, secure, Bahamian. We're breaking down the numbers, the news, and what it means to you. Tune in every Thursday at 6 p.m. for the trends, the insights, and the stories that matter. Get informed, get inspired, get in the mix with Economics.
We've got headlines, high fashion, car recalls, and even a little holiday cheer to keep you in the loop. So buckle up. Trend Tracker is starting now. The Metropolitan Museum of Art recently unveiled the theme for the 2026 Met Gala, and it's costume art. One of fashion's biggest nights happens May 4th, 2026, but already the fashionistas and fashionistas are getting their looks together. The 2025 Met Gala theme, Superfine Tailoring Black Style, was the museum's first exhibition centered on Black American design and the first major menswear focus show since 2003. The gala raised a record $31 million with individual tickets costing around $75,000. And the fight over the Epstein files could be coming to an end. Today, the U.S. House passed legislation ordering the public release of investigative files on convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. The vote now moves to the Senate, and President Trump has said he'll sign it if it passes. The files reportedly contain names of high-profile politicians and celebrities allegedly connected to Epstein's trafficking operation, and some say he may have used the list to blackmail associates. Epstein's 2019 death continues to fuel questions, with some suggesting it wasn't suicide. And all right, you Honda lovers, and yes, that's practically the entire country. Listen up. Honda is recording over 256,000 Accord hybrids from 2023 to 2025 because of a software glitch that could make the car suddenly lose power while driving. The fix is free, and the updated software is available right now at Honda dealerships. Owners will get official letters in January, but if you want to know today, just check the NHTA site or Honda's recall lookup. Honda says only 0.3% of the cars actually have the issue, and there have been no injuries, just warranty claims. So if you're driving an Accord hybrid, give it a quick check. And the weather outside is a little chilly. Well, chilly for us here in the Bahamas, and it's definitely putting us in that holiday mood. This weekend is the perfect time to pull out your Christmas music, start putting up the decorations, hang a few lights, and after that, settle in with a good old holiday movie to really get the season started. So here are some movie picks to get you feeling festive. Of course, The Preacher's Wife is on this list because nothing says Christmas like Whitney Houston leveling the church walls with those vocals. Pair that with Denzel Washington being his charming angelic self. Listen, that's holiday magic right there. It's warm, it's nostalgic, and absolutely perfect for a Bahamian holiday weekend. Up next, Home Alone. Nothing brings a family together quite like watching Kevin defend his house with paint cans, booby traps, and questionable child supervision choices. It's chaotic, it's hilarious, and somehow it reminds us that no matter how wild the holidays get, family is everything. This one is a guaranteed crowd pleaser and perfect for a cozy family night in. And that's a wrap on this week's Trend Tracker. Whether you're getting your holiday vibes on with The Preacher's Wife, laughing it up with Kevin in Home Alone, or keeping your Accord hybrid safe, or just keeping up with the headlines and high fashion, now you're all caught up. Stay tuned. There's always more What's Trending coming your way.
If you would like to be a part of What's Trending, DM us on Instagram at What's Trending on ZNS.
The DRM Authority 2025 Official Hurricane Shelter List. Eleuthera, Northern District and Harbor Island, Charles Wesley Methodist Church, Lower Bogue, Mission Church of God, Upper Bogue, the Current Community Center, The Current, Haitian Baptist People Church, The Bluff, Zion Methodist Church, Current Island, New Jerusalem Church, Blackwood, Sir George Roberts Public Library, Harbor Island, Lighthouse Church of God, Harbor Island, New Alliance Church of God, Harbor Island, Eleuthera Southern District, Church of God of Prophecy, Topham Bay, Deep Creek Primary School, Deep Creek, Green Castle Primary School, Green Castle, Wims's Bight Primary School, Wims's Bight.
On Wednesday's show, Bahamian flavor has gone global. We're talking to the dynamic team behind Old Nassau, the restaurant taking real deal Bahamian cuisine all the way to Canada. And that's a wrap on What's Trending. Be sure to stay connected with us on social media. Find us on Instagram at What's Trending on ZNS. I'm Ayanthia. We'll see you tomorrow.
At the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas, I'm Clint Watson, and this is ZNS.
Good evening and welcome to the Bahamas Tonight. The Northern Edition has a look at stories making news tonight. Residents living beyond the Tino Beach Bridge voicing concerns on water issues. Plus, AML Foods issuing a scam alert to consumers, warning shoppers to be on the lookout. And ground transportation on Grand Bahama gets a major boost.
The Bahamas Tonight Northern Edition starts now.
Ought to have been some consultation, real consultation with a few members of this community. As we look just behind me, we can see this is a safety concern.
This is the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Good evening, I'm Ramiko Knowles. Thanks for tuning in. Topping news tonight, residents in the Tamarind subdivision say ongoing water issues have become too much to bear. The latest frustration comes just days after Lucaya Service Company and Tamarind Development announced that the temporary causeway at the Tino Beach Bridge is expected to be completed by mid-December. While that may be welcome news for commuters, many residents believe their water problems are directly connected to the bridge works, and they're calling for clearer communication and greater accountability from those responsible. Raven Davis has tonight's top story.
Residents in the Tamarind subdivision area are speaking out, saying weeks of water outages, low pressure, and safety concerns have pushed them to the limit. They say communication has been poor, and they're calling on the relevant officials to take responsibility.
Saturday passed. It was off from 9 p.m. that evening until 12 noon Sunday afternoon. No water at all. After that, we had it trickling down, and the color was so odd. It looked like it was water from the sewer.
I had function Sunday. It's a good thing I catch a little bit of water and have it on the side, because the whole day we had no water. So I wasn't able to cook. I wasn't able to do anything in my house.
Longtime resident Cynthia Donaldson, who has lived in the area for more than 30 years, says she feels completely blindsided. She claims there was no warning about service interruptions, no updates on the bridge development, and no clear point of contact. After reaching out to the Tamarind Development Company herself, she says she was left even more confused.
I wasn't able to talk with the manager, and the gentleman who is the receptionist, he was very cordial, but he couldn't give any answers. In fact, I spoke with him yesterday, and he said that regrettably he couldn't say when this problem would be corrected, because they're still trying to find where these leaks are underground.
But Senator James Turner, who also lives in the community, says the response so far is unacceptable.
I'm saying to whoever is responsible, whether it's Tamarind Development or they need to find someone who can help them, you ought to fix this, and you ought to fix this very quickly. Come on out and tell the public what went wrong, what needs to happen to repair it, and when the repairs will be done.
And for some residents, the concerns go beyond water. In the area where a temporary causeway is under construction, one homeowner says she's received no information about traffic changes or safety protocols.
We live right here through this corner, and there are heavy machineries coming in and out constantly. They're not going to stop. We basically have to come out in the middle of the road to see to get out the corner, and there's a tiny barricade that we have to turn through. It's a serious risk.
Now, the residents are also making it clear that they are not against the bridge project, but they're demanding transparency, proper planning, and immediate action to address these issues. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Raven Davis.
The ZNS News team reached out to Patrick Jackson of Tamarind Development Company, who confirmed the recent water issues in the Tamarind subdivision. He explained that early Sunday morning, during routine checks at the plant, staff noticed low water pressure and the water level in the tank was unusually low. A technician immediately shut off the system and notified the company, and crews went into the field to locate the source of the leak. The next step, he says, was reaching out to residents to keep them informed.
We notified Tamarind residents that there was a leak. We weren't able to locate it at that time, but we would continue to update them as we get updates. We reached out to GBU, and they assist us.
Now, Jackson says crews spent the weekend and Monday searching, and on Tuesday, November 19th, the leak was finally found.
We had some roots that pretty much destroyed some piping on the West Beach Road. There was a lot of inquiries about the causeway, but this particular incident had nothing to do with the causeway. We're in the process of repairing and restoring that right now. And after those repairs, we'll be able to test the pressure to see if there's anything else that we have to look for.
Meantime, Waterkeepers Bahamas has begun water quality testing and environmental monitoring to support the temporary causeway now under construction at the Tino Beach Bridge. The project, led by Lucaya Service Company Limited and Tamarind Development, will allow the bridge to be rehabilitated and restore full access for light and heavy vehicles. Waterkeepers Bahamas is working with partners to ensure the infrastructure work is carried out with strong environmental safeguards. Environmental Science Coordinator Chestnut Cox says the goal is not only to restore access but to protect the surrounding waters and nearby communities. The team is monitoring how the causeway installation and related activities may affect water quality, habitats, and overall coastal health. This includes periodic water sampling at key points to detect changes such as increased sedimentation. Waterkeepers Bahamas is also conducting ongoing visual checks and on-water monitoring by boat around the construction zone. Well, in other news, AML Foods is warning customers about a fake email promising gift cards, and the public response has been mixed. Some shoppers say they nearly fell for the scam. Others admit they had no idea it was circulating, and others just want stronger protections in place. Sherelle Dames has more in this report.
The fraudulent message looks convincing, using Solomon's Fresh Market branding and even prompting shoppers to pay a $2.99 shipping fee to claim a fake prize. We visited AML stores today where several shoppers said it was the first time they heard about the scam, while others say stronger action to prevent online schemes is needed.
What the real one look like, you'll have to know first so you can compare it.
No one never warned me. So I can't say whether enough is being done or not.
Why we need to do something? That's when the police got to step in place.
The warning email from AML has been circulating since yesterday, and one customer says clearer notices outside of email could help to prevent people from being tricked. Meanwhile, one shopper admitted that he fell for the scam, thinking that it was a trusted website.
They know something like that's going on. They should put a post out letting their customers know, like, that's going around, that's not them, so people don't fall for it. And it's kind of disappointing because in this Bahamas land, things hard. I don't want to get scammed.
I've seen it. I tried it, but I didn't have an account.
to fill it out properly.
Police in the Financial Crimes and Fraud Department reminds the public to pay attention to simple online safety steps that can prevent phishing attempts, including never disclose personal information, be careful what you click, and avoid opening unfamiliar emails, links, or attachments. And while the scam is circulating, one shopper says the best defense is simply spreading the word, especially to the elderly, who are often the most vulnerable.
It's good that they're raising awareness. So I guess that's all they can do. But I think you have to go home and have a conversation with your mother and your grandmother and your aunt and your uncle, the older community. That's who's targeted the most, and let them know, hey, do not click these links.
Now, our ZNS News team reached out to AML food managers for details into these online scams, but up to news time, there has been no response. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Sherelle Dames.
Thanks so much, Sherelle. Well, good news for the tourism transportation sector. H. Forbes Charter is investing in Grand Bahama's growth, expanding its fleet with 12 new buses. Community leaders and supporters turned down for the announcement, highlighting the shared commitment to strengthening transportation on the island. Jolanda Thompson-Everest reports.
There's a sense of hope and momentum as H. Forbes expands its fleet with 12 new buses. Community members gathered here at Jubilee Cathedral, celebrating a move that strengthens connection, growth, and opportunity across the island.
An official ceremony was held inside the church featuring remarks from Senator James Turner, Chargé d'Affaires from the Chinese Embassy, Zhang Honglian, and business leaders who commended Forbes for his resilience despite numerous fleet losses caused by floods and fires. At the event, 12 new Zhang Tong coach buses built with stainless steel and aluminum and fully equipped were unveiled.
This cooperation is not only a crystallization of the business wisdom of the two enterprises, but also a significant reflection of the continuously deepening friendly relations and practical cooperation between China and the Bahamas.
I approached the building and I saw what appeared to be more than 10 buses. I said, oh, Grand Bahama is back.
Hadley Forbes and his son, Hadley Forbes Jr., spoke about their resilience in the face of losses in the tourism sector and what this new fleet means for their business and for Grand Bahama.
Despite major losses in the tourism sector on the island, further exacerbated by COVID-19, the horrible storms of the past, and most recently Dorian, the loss of 20 vehicles in our fleet, either taken by flood or by fire, we say to God be the glory. We are here today.
The island needs an injection of, an infusion of new capital. And this is the start of what I think the island needs, and we hope to grow from this.
Bishop Godfrey Williams was also on site blessing the buses. He said the 12 new fleets represents the number of government structures and expresses his belief that change is on the horizon.
It gives us hope for the future. Some new things, some brighter things are taking place.
The chairman of the Grand Bahama Port Authority, Sarah St. George, was also on site in full support of the new fleet, along with President of the Grand Bahama Chamber of Commerce, Dylan Knowles. They were joined by family and friends of the H. Forbes charter team. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Jolanda Thompson, Everest.
Well, in news from the Crime Beat, police have issued an all-points bulletin for 24-year-old Kevin Smith Jr. He is described as having a light brown complexion, standing 6 feet 2 inches tall and medium build. Smith Jr., whose date of birth is listed as June 11, 2001, is known to reside at 157 Inagua Place, Freeport, Grand Bahama. Authorities are urging anyone with information on his whereabouts to contact the Criminal Investigation Department at 350-3106-911 or Crime Stoppers at 328-TIPS. The public is strongly advised not to approach the suspect as he is considered armed and dangerous. In news from Abaco, police on that northern island have seized a firearm magazine loaded with ammunition following a discovery made on Monday shortly after 3 p.m. A vigilant citizen alerted officers after finding a silver and black object believed to be a firearm magazine while landscaping along the westbound lane leading to the airport. Police responded quickly, recovering the magazine and ammunition from the scene. Investigations are ongoing.
And still to come.
The Grand Bahama Junkanoo Committee and group leaders issue an urgent appeal to corporate Bahamas. Stay tuned. That story, sports, and more when we return.
Imagine a world where every brand knows your name and every store awaits your arrival. Elite shopping, travel where luxury is a lifestyle and every journey feels like home. Dine where every flavor is just for you, every table reserved, and every moment a taste of perfection. Make every big moment even bigger. Experience banking where wealth isn't just managed, it's maximized. Step into a world without limits. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
Come on down and see what Dolly Madison has in store for you. Renovate and rejuvenate at Dolly Madison.
Hey folks, get ready for unbelievable savings. Connaught Bahamas is having an early Black Friday sale, November 17th through 29th. It's a 40% off early Black Friday sale. Top quality products, cabinetry, granite, tiles, windows, vinyl flooring, and so much more. Connaught Bahamas is 40% off early Black Friday sale, November 17th through 29th. Nassau, Freeport, Abaco, and Eleuthera. Sale opening hours, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Don't miss out.
St. John's Native Baptist Church presents Igniting the Flames. One night only, Friday, November 21st at 7 p.m. The theme, the journey, the destination.
You getting ready to go up. You getting ready to go up. I don't know what king to talk to, but you can't go down no further.
Featuring revivalist Bishop Samuel Cornish with special music by Minister Ricardo Major. Igniting the Flames, Friday, November 21st, St. John's Native Baptist Church, Coral Road.
Save more drugs, from cosmetics to prosthetics. What you need for your family, the brands you're looking for, the quality you expect, vitamins you need, and prescriptions you gain. Feel the love. Save more at Save More Drugs.
Your number one team in the North. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
Welcome back. As we move deeper into Junkanoo season, the groups are doing all they can to get ready for the Pine Yard Rush set for January 9th. Still, there is a plea for more corporate sponsors to come on board and assist groups in putting on the best possible showing. Our Shane Stubbs caught up with the Grand Bahama Junkanoo Corporation and group leaders who gave an update on how things are going.
The 2026 Pine Yard Rush is about 2 months away, and Junkanoo groups are hard at work in the shack looking to build off of what many considered to be the best parade in recent memory. But as always, it takes corporate funding to keep the locomotive known as Junkanoo on the tracks. While government-provided seed funding was increased, there is still the plea to corporate Grand Bahama, according to Grand Bahama Junkanoo Corporation President Andrew Bean.
The groups have right now having a hard time in obtaining finances from corporate Grand Bahama. We have some committed companies who support Junkanoo, but we have a lot of people who do not.
Notably, the Platinum Lights lost one of its major sponsors in Sawyers once their doors closed. According to Chairman Ernie Barr, that made things difficult but not impossible. While he says the seed money is great and they're well prepared to hit Explorers Way come January 9th, it's not enough. And this is where corporate Grand Bahama has to step in and help all the participating groups.
Especially to see that Junkanoo has improved in the last decade or 2 decades in Grand Bahama. We only put out our best. We want to have a full parade, but it's hard. It's hard from front to back to actually help all the members who are struggling, to the group leaders struggling. We don't have much sponsors. All the groups going for the same sponsors.
And while he knows things are difficult all around,
we asking Grandmama, all the business persons to come on board and collectively let's make it happen for the culture.
As for the defending champions in the Swingers, group leader Michael Miller says no matter the odds right now, they'll be fully prepared for January 9th.
We're going to put on a good showing, an awesome showing for the members of the public.
and we're going to defend that title very well.
Nevertheless, the GBJC is building momentum toward the 2026 Rush with a major event slated for November 29th at the Grand Bahama Sports Complex, featuring all of the major A groups. Meantime, skyboxes for the parade are slated to go on sale in the coming weeks. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Shane Stubbs.
Can't wait for that day. Well, the third iteration of the Live to Lead Youth Conference held twice in Nassau has made its way to Grand Bahama under this year's theme, Born to Lead, Called to Serve. Organizers say the initiative is all about nation building and empowering the next generation. Now, this event is spearheaded by Patrice Taylor, CEO of Hebzaya HR Training and Development, a leadership and professional development company committed to equipping people with the skills they need to excel. Several schools on the island participated, demonstrating how eager young people are for opportunities to learn, grow, and lead.
We're here to inspire, but more than inspire, we want to also impact them to the point that they are transformed when they leave here. They have a clear understanding of or self-awareness of who they are, who they were created to be.
We're hoping that in their time, the next 10 years or so, we have the leaders that we want to see.
So we're just excited to partner, the Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture, to partner with the Live to Lead team and to share in the Youth Month festivities and to continue to assist our young people to live and to lead.
Now, the conference features dynamic panel discussions with student leaders, young professionals from across Grand Bahama, and a representative from the Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture.
What we have today is a lot of adults really never got formal training in regards to money, and so a lot of their decision making are through trial and error for the most part. And so we want to kind of cancel that cycle of not being informed, making poor decisions in some cases.
To speak into our youth, pour into our youth, develop our youth, they will one day lead us. And if we don't, they will still one day lead us. So what's the intent?
I'm excited about what it is that the Lord has given me to speak to these young people about today. We're going to be talking about renewing our minds, about how changing your mindset changes your future.
Well, in an effort to provide relief following the disastrous aftermath of Hurricane Melissa, New Life Worship Center is hosting a special praise and worship service and goods drive for our Caribbean neighbor, Jamaica. Bishop of New Life Center, Simeon Oughton, says the initiative stems from the empathetic feeling Grand Bahama had after Hurricane Dorian's devastation, and is only fitting to assist a country who now shares the distraught.
We've invited the congregation to bring in goods, and we've received a very good offering that we'd like to send to assist. We reflect on Dorian that we went through here in the Bahamas, here on Grand Bahama Island. And so we know what they feel, and we feel what they feel.
Liaison for the Jamaican Consulate, Lenwood Smith, expressing his gratitude for the outpouring of assistance from the community, noting the overwhelming amount of support left him speechless.
We have already last week sent 5 pallets of food and clothing, and tomorrow when Wide World pick up, it might be about 10 pallets. So it's been very good, and I want to publicly thank the Grand Bahama community because the outpouring has been, as I tell people, I did very well in English, but I'm having difficulty finding the words to describe the outpouring. So.
And that's a look at stories making news. Jay, what's happening in sports?
Well, our guy Shabazz Young had a baseball camp on the weekend, and also softball started yesterday. Girls play no home runs, but some basics.
All right, that's coming your way next. But first, to check on the local weather forecast.
Tonight's weather forecast is brought to you by Royal Star Assurance.
Cause it's so beautiful.
Hey, what are you doing?
I'm self-insuring my investments, starting with this tarp.
We all remember the blue tarps after the storm.
let's make sure that we are covered with more than a tarp. Don't allow your investment to be at risk. Protect your investment with one of our insurance policies.
Nobody does it better.
Do you want to find relief from common health concerns such as headaches, back pain, chronic inflammation, and more? How about improved sleep, boost energy, and improve overall well-being? Check out RA Balance Bahamas and get your body into balance with biomagnetic therapy. For all our social links, contacts, or to request an appointment, visit rabalancebahamas.com.
Strength isn't claimed, it's built. At Heroic Concrete, every block is made with purpose, crafted to protect, poured to endure. From ready-mix to premium 8-inch blocks, we supply the strength our nation needs. Proudly made in Grand Bahama, built for hurricanes, built for legacy. Creating products to bring value to our lives and strength to our future. Call 820-4376 or email sales@heroicgrouplimited.com.
At Save More Drugs, we got you. We got what you want. We got what you need. We got what you came for. The quality you expect. The prices you need and deserve. Save more at Save More Drugs.
Good evening, ladies and gents. I'm Jay Philippe, and welcome to Sports Talk in Sports Island Dreams Baseball Camp, hosted by Bahamian professional baseball player Shabazz Hollywood Young, took place this past weekend at the YMCA baseball field. Youngsters throughout Grand Bahama had the opportunity to learn from Shabazz and other Bahamian professional baseball players at the one-day camp, which was designed to sharpen their skills on the field.
Back in 2018, I had my first baseball camp, Island Dreams, and, I was fortunate to have, good sponsors,
The former Toronto Blue Jays draft pick says he saw some talented prospects on the field.
As Bahamians, we are really good athletes, as you could tell, and whatever we put our mind to, we will achieve. So anybody who's never played baseball, I say, give it a try, and, just be the best version of yourself, be the best athlete you can be on the field.
Next in sports, high school softball season kicked off yesterday with 3 games on schedule. Over at the Grand Bahama Sports Complex, Tabernacle Falcons dominated Holmes Rock Jr. 19-0 to start things off.
We came out there and did what we planned to do. We've been working hard for the last couple of weeks, so we just wanted to make sure I come out there and execute, just see where we at in terms of what we've been preparing and getting ready for all season. So we think after seeing today's performance, we think we're in a good position to go throughout the season strong.
I feel like we did amazing today. I feel like the other team we was able to beat, obviously, and I loved it today. But I feel like I could have pitched it a little bit better. And I probably wouldn't be able to. My team, my coaches, and of course God.
Over at the YMCA, BMS also looking sharp in their first game, took down Sister Mary Patricia 9-0, and Sunland got the win against Jack Haywood Jr. 12-2. And last in sports, basketball action also began Monday night in the Grand Bahama games. Now in women's play west, Grand Bahama and Bimini got the W versus Pine Ridge 30-13.
We got Jonquil Jones coming tonight, supposedly coming tonight, to support the girls. So we're looking good tonight.
Well, I know for sure West Grand Bahama got this. Basketball, all women and guys team. I'm sure we got this in the bag.
On the men's side, Pine Ridge took down West Grand Bahama and Bimini in a high-scoring game 68-54, and Marco City Bulldogs beat East Grand Bahama 49-36.
We got one of the better teams, but it's some good competition out there. Like, we take that team not for granted, but we didn't know the players they was coming with, so come out a little flat, and then we pick it up in the second half. But we played this the first time we ever played together, so by Wednesday we should be good and ready to go.
And that's your quick check on sports. Your Facebook friend of the day is next. I'm Jay Philippe. As always, be blessed.
Save More Drug. We got you. From cosmetics to prosthetics. What you need for your family. The brands you're looking for. The quality you expect. The prices you need and deserve. Feel the love. Save more at Save More Drugs.
And that is going to do it for us here in the North. I'm Ramiko Knowles.
And I'm Jay Philippe.
Thanks so much for watching. Here's a live look at the Bahamas tonight, coming your way next.
ZNS News is brought to you by the new BTC. Fiber is here. Faster, stronger, more reliable. Together, we are unstoppable. Switch today.
Coming up in the Bahamas tonight, parliamentary registration officials at a loss as they seek to provide clarity in the face of last night's confusion following the advance poll in the Golden Isles constituency. Also, a police-involved shooting ends in death for one and an intense manhunt for three others. And the dollars and cents of one man's loss as he plots the way forward following Sunday's Arawak Key fire. The Bahamas tonight, the national report starts now. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the broadcast. Allegations of unaccompanied ballot boxes after polls closed in the advanced poll of the Golden Isles by-election, leading to disorder and uproar from a number of political representatives who last night went as far as to barricade police vehicles transporting the results. Well, the Parliamentary Registration Department is hoping to set the record straight on what transpired while dismissing claims of what did not. We start tonight with our Danielle Dean.
Parliamentary Commissioner Harrison Thompson adamantly denying the very notion Monday's advanced poll was compromised in any way, instead insisting the Bahamas remains committed to maintaining its regionally revered reputation for fair and transparent electoral processes.
Every ballot was issued, recorded, and secured in the presence of all authorized agents. Every envelope and every package was signed by the agents themselves. Nothing was moved or sealed without their full view or participation.
Of the 283 people registered, some 250 advanced poll voters showed up on Monday. Thompson and his team insist the process went rather smoothly, begging the question of what led to the chaos that painted an entirely different picture. Presiding Officer Montez Williams telling the media the envelopes were packed along with the ballots into the ballot box, which was then sealed, waxed, zip-tied, and signed by the representatives.
The van was reversed into the auditorium, and every representative watched the hatch of the van open, the ballot box placed there, along with the sealed box of counterfoils. We were all in a very pleasant mood, and there was no complaint. What happened afterwards when we began to exit the building, that is another matter.
Returning Officer Neil Campbell says people ought be careful when making harmful assertions about public officials like himself who have families and loved ones that are impacted by the fallout.
And I say that because even in preparing for this election, we had persons who almost foresaw this. You know, and they were saying that they are not interested in serving. And after the episode last evening, we have a whole team now who's saying that they're not going to work for this election.
Officials are now looking ahead to November 24th's poll day and the subsequent 2026 general elections, a democratic process they promise will continue to be rooted in integrity. Reporting for the Bahamas tonight, I'm Danielle Dean.
Now, the parliamentary commissioner also telling our news team that he and his team met with the top brass of the police force earlier today and will do so again tomorrow to ensure free and fair elections take place on Monday. Be sure to tune into the rundown tonight at 8 with host Clint Watson for more. In other news this evening, charred debris, displaced vendors, and a community demanding answers. Rodney Russell, president of the Arawak Key Food and Fish Vendor Association and owner of Red Snapper Restaurant, is still coming to grips with the devastation Sunday morning's fire left behind. Russell says nearly 75% of his business was destroyed, upending his livelihood.
This fire destroyed some seven structures. We lose our electricity, we lose our water, and so therefore, in order to continue business, we cannot continue our business because there is no infrastructure to do business. So now, these 7 persons, business owners like me, we are dead in the water without an income.
Meantime, Housing and Urban Renewal Minister, the Honourable Keith Bell, also stressing the urgent need for restoration and long-term upgrades to Arawak Key.
Well, of course, let me first of all sympathize with those who would have been the victims of that fire. Thank God we didn't have experienced no loss of life. And so for us, we knew that the risk involved. I think that as a government, as a people, and certainly as a cabinet, I suspect that we've always talked about plans for Arawak Key. We've always talked about plans for Prince George Wharf. And so I would like to think that we're going to now accelerate those plans to ensure that there's no repeat of this. More importantly, that we protect and preserve life.
Well, no sleep for Team Tourism after a successful historic sales mission in the United Kingdom. The team's now taking its mission to New York City, where it hopes to further build on what's already seen as a strong performing market for the Bahamas. Our Corval Pyfrom is traveling with the team and has this report from the Big Apple.
If you're keeping count, this is the 35th of these such global sales missions that Team Tourism Bahamas has embarked on. They are now here in New York City, and it is very simple. Information paramount, the mission to get through more airlift, more visitors to the islands of the Bahamas. Another city, another sales mission for Team Tourism. And this mission brings the islands of the Bahamas to the world's grandest stage, New York City. The entire region, that's New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, all the way up the northeast coast to New England, is an especially highly competitive market. And so the Bahamas cannot afford to miss its opportunity at getting in on the action and building on an already impressive track record with this demographic. Dupree Smith is sales director for, it's a mouthful, the Southeast, Midwest, Southwest, Northeast, and West Coast.
We have over 20 plus nonstop flights from our Caribbean competitors, and so it's very important that we stay in the market to maintain our competitive share and also to grow that as well. Very important for us.
So over the course of the next couple of days here in New York City and across the river in Jersey, Team Tourism, with the help of its partners, will showcase the islands of the Bahamas.
We have top heavy hitters. We have the Grand Hyatt represented, the SLS Bahamar, Warwick Paradise Island is represented, Sandals Royal Bahamian is represented as well. Also, Comfort Suites is here as well, and so a great broad section of our in-island, on-island stakeholders are represented to further exemplify the strong product mix we have in the islands of the Bahamas.
District Manager Michael Russell expects big returns from this week's mission to the Big Apple.
We are a multi-island destination, and so every opportunity we get, we have to continue to, stamp our presence in the market. We have to continue to take advantage of opportunities like this, which is a high booking season for travelers. And so it is important that we bring the sales mission to really give travelers a taste of the islands of the Bahamas and what they can experience.
It was London nearly 2 weeks ago, and now it is the Big Apple and across the river in New Jersey. Team Bahamas has another extensive and quite exhaustive schedule ahead of them for the next couple of days. In New York City, I'm Corval Pyfrom for the Bahamas Tonight.
A good job there, Corval. Coming up, the details of a deadly police-involved shooting. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. That and more in a moment.
Step into a life of luxury and convenience with the Commonwealth Bank Platinum Card. From earning premium cashback rewards on every dollar spent to enjoying comprehensive travel insurance, shop with confidence, knowing your purchases are protected. Our Platinum Concierge service turns your requests into reality, wherever life takes you. Let the Commonwealth Bank Platinum Card be your passport to exceptional experiences. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
the new KFC fill-up box, serving 6 juicy pieces of chicken, 4 buttery biscuits, crispy fries to share, and 12 premium original recipe KFC nuggets, all packed into one crave-worthy box. So dig in and do whatever the crunch you want with the KFC fill-up box. Only at KFC, it's finger-licking good.
While others see customers as numbers, we see our customers as people, neighbors, friends who deserve more than one-sided connections. That's why we are redefining what real connection is by prioritizing our customers and showing our appreciation by putting our money where your loyalty is. ATC customers, claim your $200 Bahamas Air gift card when you add postpaid mobile to your internet plan. That's loyalty that flows both ways.
I worked hard every single day, from primary school into secondary school. My name is Darren Pickstock. I started to work at Atlantis as a space cleaner. Nobody could beat me. I took pride in my job. After that, I went to the UK to study law. I'm very proud of my work in the Senate, my advocacy for suicide prevention, my record in empowering young people, and also food security. I'm the chairman of the Bahamas Agricultural and Industrial Corporation. I believe that it is important for us to feed ourselves. So I see that as a national security issue. The government has done a lot, but the reality is there is a lot more to be done. The cost of living is always increasing, and so to be able to bring down the cost of food will assist people in being able to eat properly. Investing in Bahamians is important, extremely important. It is about opening the door. People just want an opportunity. I am very result-driven, and that is what Golden Isles will see me as.
This is the Little Caesars Stuffed Crust Pizza. Get more pizza for less money. Only $12. It's a whole new level of pizza with cheese stuffed crust so spectacular that there's nothing left.
Pizza.
A delicious pepperoni pizza with the crust stuffed with lots of cheese and brushed with butter and garlic flavor and sprinkled with Parmesan cheese. Hot and ready Thursday to Saturday between 4 and 8 for only $12. Simply irresistible. And only at Little Caesars.
Pizza.
You're looking at a shot there of a cruise ship docked at the Nassau Cruise Port. That shot courtesy of our drone pilot, Kyson Miller. Welcome back. A quiet morning in Cooper's Terrace ends in bloodshed as authorities investigate the circumstances surrounding a deadly clash involving police officers and 4 suspects. Leah Cooper has the details tonight in this next report.
It was just after 9 a.m. on Tuesday when an alert from the ShotSpotter technology sent police officers rushing to St. James Road. Senior Assistant Commissioner of Police Roberto Goodman confirms that multiple gunshots were fired and what unfolded next escalated in seconds.
The police would have later contacted a mobile vehicle who was assigned to the Camp Road district. While in the area of St. James Road, the officers received additional information.
According to Assistant Commissioner Goodman, the chase started on St. James Road and ended right behind me on Cooper's Terrace. Now, amid the chaos, the 4 passengers of this vehicle fired back at police. 3 were able to escape, but unfortunately, the driver wasn't as lucky.
Also, when the police checked the vehicle, a firearm was also discovered inside the front section of that vehicle. And so at this time, like I said, the matter is under active investigation. This chap is not known to the police, but he appears to be in his early 30s.
The police truck also took some damage in the standoff, and according to the senior police officer, now the search is on for the 3 suspects that escaped.
We see a number of surveillance footage and cameras in this area, and so we rely on them so we could be definitive and be able to say that exactly what transpired at today's date.
Police are appealing to anyone with information on this incident to contact the Criminal Investigations Department. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Leah Cooper.
Well, another team of Defense Force officers deployed to Haiti as guns and gangs continue to plague that island, and as the UN Security Council warns that time is running out to restore stability there. But National Security Minister the Honorable Wayne Munro is making it quite clear that the officers, part of a multinational support mission's role, is, well, limited.
It's not approved at this moment for any Bahamian deployed troops to go on patrol with the Haitian National Police. And that is not a risk that we have agreed for them to undertake at this moment. And so they will be carrying out duties at the LSA at the airport. They are well trained. They keep pushing us to do more, but at this moment, that is the restriction that we place on them. And I've made it clear to them that we expect them to obey those deployment orders, because they all want to go further, because that's their nature and that's their training, but they're restricted to those duties.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Focall Smart Pass, the smart way to pay at the pump.
As a resident of Golden Isles for the past 22 years, I've lived there, served as the chairman for the constituency for the past 11 years. I know the needs, I know the infrastructure needs, I know the needs that the people in Golden Isles need. I drive through there every day. Some of the needs is the healthcare system, the environment. We're looking at it, safety in terms of the police presence being in the constituency on a daily basis. And so I'm excited about it. I'm excited to get Golden Isles up and running and making sure that it's be the best constituency in the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. My name is Brian Berkeley Brown from the great constituency of Golden Isles. I'm asking that you lend me a vote so I could work for you.
This message has been brought to you by the Free National Movement.
Hey, Mom, can you look after Kaylee?
Sorry, I'll be out for a while dealing with my home and car insurance.
What? You know there's a newer way, right?
A new way?
Where have you been? Look, go to newerinsurance.com, log in, get your quote, buy your insurance, done. You can even use it to manage a claim.
Oh? By the way, it's not newer. It's N-U-A. Where's she been?
Do it anyway with NUA Insurance Agents and Brokers.
Find your future with certificate courses from the University of the West Indies. Fast and affordable, our courses give you the skills to get hired, promoted, and ahead of the game. Choose project management, supervisory management, law for human resources, business and commercial law, and even technical skills like Canva design, web design, and computer repair and networking. Register now at global.uwi.edu/Bahamas or WhatsApp 456-6687. The University of the West Indies, Global Campus, the Bahamas.
Blessings gonna find me here.
Introducing the Focal Smart Pass app that helps you to fuel up faster. Here's how it works. Download the app on the App Store or get it on Google Play and create your profile with payment details. Visit your nearest Shell station. Open the app, scan the pump's QR code, select your payment amount, and begin fueling. Say goodbye to cash and cards because the Focal Smart Pass offers secure and convenient payment options right at your fingertips. Download Focal Smart Pass now and fuel up faster today. Diet-friendly special.
This portion of the news is brought to you by 700 Wines and Spirits, bringing celebration across the nation.
An emotionally charged evening for loved ones and friends of pregnant mother Lauren Saunders, whose lifeless body was found nearly a month ago in bushes off Munnings Road. Family members returning to that heart-wrenching scene to stage a candlelight vigil. With more in the story, we turn now to our Danielle Dean.
Here with us, Chantel Colley, who says she's known Saunders for over 2 years. Chantel, how are you feeling tonight at this candlelight vigil?
Good night. I'm feeling emotional, a lot of feelings. This is very, very sad. I still can't believe that she is gone. And I'm just praying for the family that they be strong, and family and friends as well, just to keep them in their prayers, in your prayers, and that's it.
And at the very least, I can see that Lauren was very well loved. We have over 100 people gathered here tonight, and I see that the number is just continuing to grow. Can you tell me about what she was like?
She was a very fun person. She was always smiling, always happy. She just was full of life, and we all loved her.
And what will you miss most about Miss Saunders?
I will miss her saying, "Good morning, Shani, how you doing?" And when she come to work and just be like, "Have a great day," and that's it.
Thank you so much, Chantal. Well, as you can see behind me, the crowd is holding candles in the air, almost as if it's a glimmer of hope for the future. And we know that Reuben Cartwright Jr. was officially charged for the murder of Saunders and is set to return to court on January 22nd for the presentation of a voluntary bill of indictment. Reporting for the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Danielle Dean.
Well, thanks, Danielle. Now, we're counting on Royston and Marlena to pick up our spirits at this juncture. And for that, we are asking for a sneak peek of what's coming up in Access Now. Give it to us.
Good evening, Makishla. We're certainly going to pick up your spirits indeed. So you know how Christmas music is playing everywhere already. Now, the true sign of the holidays yet to come, they're almost there.
Almost.
Is eggnog in the food stores.
Already?
Already.
Already. Well, you know, they're not the only ones getting ready. We've got Wendy and Tap joining us as our guests tonight, and they've already gotten started, or they're getting ready to start on their Very Bestie Christmas series. So we're going to hear all about that and what that entails. Can't wait to see them later in the show.
Well, Royston, just to let you know that eggnog was out on the shelves by the end of October. So note to self, stay with us. The Bahamas Tonight, the National Report continues after this.
A digital wave is making its mark across the Bahamas. From Grand Bahama to Anagua, Bahamians are embracing smarter ways to pay. The Pay Fast, Live Digital campaign, launched by the Central Bank of the Bahamas and the Clearing Banks Association, is bringing safe, fast, and convenient payment solutions to every island, from online banking to mobile wallets.
We had an incredible turnout, so it gave us an opportunity to have a conversation that they can also be a part of and appreciate.
Remember, the people over 60 and around 60, the fear that you talk about, we understand, and we have persons to be able to assist with that.
I learned that digital banking is going to be one of the biggest ways that us as Bahamian kids will benefit in the future.
It has to start somewhere, and this is a good start.
We're empowering communities, one town hall at a time, for families, for businesses, for you. Let's live digital.
The second annual Energy Summit is coming to the British colonial Nassau on November 20th and 21st. Join the conversation on people, power, and partnerships, and see how the Bahamas is shaping a sustainable energy future. And this year, the spotlight shines on our Youth Energy Zone, where students will share bold ideas, hosted by Vocab Bahamas, with DJ Lil Giant keeping the energy high. Register today at energyandtransportbahamas.com/events.
Honey barbecue, sweet and spicy, all new. Signature hot wings. What's your flavor? Roasted garlic parmesan, tastes so good, chicken. Those pepper wings.
Now available at Popeyes in Nassau.
As a resident of Golden Isles for the past 22 years, I've lived there, served as the chairman for the constituency for the past 11 years. I know the needs, I know the infrastructure needs, I know the needs that the people in Golden Isles need. I drive through there every day. Some of the needs is the healthcare system, the environment. We're looking at safety in terms of the police presence being in the constituency on a daily basis. And so I'm excited about it. I'm excited to get Golden Isles up and running and making sure that it's be the best constituency in the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. My name is Brian Berkeley Brown from the great constituency of Golden Isles. I'm asking that you lend me a vote so I could work for you.
This message has been brought to you by the Free National Movement.
If you haven't already, you may have considered investing in solar panels. After all, everyone wants electricity that is reliable and affordable. So could you fully power your home or business by simply installing solar panels? Let's find out if you can actually unplug from Bahamas Power and Light.
Yes, technically, it is possible. With the right level of investment, you can put in a system that will take you off the grid, but that level of investment is quite significant. If you want to live your normal lifestyle, air conditioning and electric water heat and all these sort of things and not manage it, you potentially are talking investments in the tens of thousands of dollars, if not higher. If you are willing to cut back and be very efficient and change things to different types of appliances, gas, dryers, it brings the cost down, but it is still significant.
Additionally, Strawn said that if you truly wish to go off the grid, investing in solar panels alone is just not enough.
So to go to a system that'll really make you autonomous, one, you need to put in storage that'll meet your needs when there is no sun and give you some days to cover you if it's cloudy for extended days. Two, you have to buy a more expensive inverter. So you need what is called a hybrid inverter now, which can balance the grid, the solar, the storage, and all those things to give you energy all the time. All these things bring the price up.
Across the Bahamas, a total of 457 residential and commercial customers are now part of BPL's small-scale renewable generation program.
As you feed into our grid, you would get credits at the end of the month. So any power that you push back into our grid, you get credits for at the rate of whatever the fuel surcharge is for that month.
It's time now for your first look at the tropics, brought to you by the Disaster Risk Management Authority. And we now have some 12 days remaining in the tropical cyclone season. And once again, the tropic is quiet, and we don't anticipate any development over the next 7 days. Makusha?
Well, thanks, Basil. That does it for the National Report. But stay close. The Bahamas Tonight continues with Access Now.
Good to grow, keeping you in the know, keeping you in the know. God, it's good enough to eat, and it's good to grow. It's good enough to eat, that is good to grow.
During a recent mission trip to North Andros, Ministry of Agriculture and Marine Resources officials distributed hundreds of thousands of dollars in agricultural supplies to Androsian farmers. The event took place at the Bahamas Agriculture and Marine Science Institute, BAMSI. Minister of Agriculture and Marine Resources, Jomo Campbell.
We've done this island by island. We're not just the Ministry for Nassau, we're the Ministry of Agriculture and Marine Resources for the entire Bahamas. And I think it's teamwork to make the dream work. And so we're here in the big yard, no better place to be.
The turnout was tremendous, and many farmers said they appreciated this gesture from the ministry.
Yeah, I wish you would do this more often, but this was a great help. I really, really appreciate it.
Well, I think this has been a long time coming, and this is very refreshing. Yeah, and I am so elated because now is Andros time.
And I think this is just going to be the start of something big. So I think we're on the precipice of something huge in the Bahamas, especially with Andros. And this is the start of it.
It shows that the government and the Ministry of Agriculture is serious about farming. And it also shows that they have farming as a priority in this country, and we can see that we are growing and we're going towards food security.
The distribution was a part of the ministry's Round the Islands initiative. Distributions were also made in Exuma, Cat Island, and Grand Key. Officials say they expect to continue distributions throughout the Family Islands. Keeping you in the know with Good to Grow, I'm Kendia Smith.
Over
100 students of C.R. Walker Senior High School were recognized for being on the principal's list and honor roll during a recent ceremony. 12th grade student Brian Burrows shares his thoughts on making the principal's list.
I feel like all the hard work and tears that I put into my work and my craft, I feel like it's paid off very well, and that today is a representation of that. I am very thankful to my family, my mom especially. She helps me push through these pressing times, especially with being a student athlete. It's really hard sometimes to juggle my work and my athletics.
During the ceremony, Darnell Ferdinand was named head boy and Brenna Evans was named head girl.
Coming here today and being here with my friends and being honored and being dubbed head boy, that was an overarching dream for me, because from the first moment I stepped into C.R. Walker, people were like, I hope you become the head boy in grade 12, and to know that I lived up to their expectations is wonderful and great.
I am so excited to be named head girl. I've been working for this since I was in grade 10, so my expectations is it's going to be a challenge, but it's going to be a challenge that's worthwhile.
Principal Treva Colmer says the ceremony also highlighted positive character of students and faculty.
This ceremony today, we added a resilience award for a particular student who stands out above the rest. The Resilience Award is really for a child who overcomes adversities, because we always highlight students who excel well academically. Nicole Williams of grade 11 stood out to us because every day she's faced with challenges, physically and academically, but she shows up and she makes every effort to overcome these challenges.
Johnny McIntosh for Ed Talk.
A young student taking a leap of faith by generating his own donations for hurricane-ravaged Jamaica.
And find out how the National Training Agency is ensuring Bahamians understand the importance of efficient banking practices.
Plus, even primary school students getting the chance to hear financial words of wisdom thanks to ZNS and Toastmasters.
Then, coming up in sports, the Queen's College Comets go back-to-back. Hear more coming up in ZNS Total Sports.
Bahamas Tonight Access Now starts now.
It's Wednesday, otherwise known as Hump Day. Good evening, everyone. I'm Royston Jones, and welcome to the middle of the week.
And I'm Marlena Leonard. Welcome to the Bahamas Tonight Access Now.
Marlena, were you aware that, were you a fan of Mickey Mouse growing up?
I was, but you're saying were like it's past tense? And I would say I'm still like always down for a Disney classic, always.
Always down?
Yes.
Well, if you're thinking about the Disney classics, I'm not sure what your favorite one is, right? But it's actually Mickey Mouse's birthday today.
Today?
Today, indeed.
Oh my goodness.
I'm not sure if you remember that classic, famous black and white movie way back, the Steamboat Willie, from I think 1829, as far back as that was
1928. We got the right numbers, just the wrong year.
A lot of years
where he's like, Wesley's like,
right.
I think that's how it goes, something like that.
Well, thanks for taking us back down memory lane. Let's dive right into the news. With millions in financial aid pouring into hurricane-ravaged Jamaica from around the world, here at home, a Queen's College student and founder of Nate the Great Helping Hands is calling on corporate Bahamas to support a new relief fund aimed at helping communities on that island during its recovery process. The one and only Matea Stewart has the story.
I am the founder of Nate the Great Helping Hands, which we assist in helping those in need. And I am also Queen's College's Primary School Student of the Year.
Young philanthropist Nathan Allen is once again rallying support, this time walking through the halls of Queen's College with purpose. After seeing the catastrophic destruction left behind by Hurricane Melissa, he felt compelled to act quickly in support of Jamaica.
It is my initiative. It's really my amazing school and I. We came up with the idea to raise funds to help those in need in Jamaica. As you know, they just went through a major, severe hurricane. So we just wanted to help in our little way.
Principal Reverend Knowles also shared what it meant to lead a school that takes pride in helping others wherever they can.
Well, for us at Queen's College, we are a lighthouse school, a leadership school, and we feel that we need to put into our students the desire to not only shine on their own, but to also shine in the community. And the Bible speaks to being a light that shine in darkness and letting our light shine that the world may see and God may get the glory. And it was just a year or so ago, a few years ago, it was the Bahamas with Dorian, and others came in and they helped us. Before that, it was Haiti with the earthquake. We helped them. Now it's Jamaica, and we're helping, and we're all a part of a global community. The world is so small right now, and we have to be there for each other. And I think this is a part of what we need as a nation, to take our eyes off ourselves, and let's try to work together to not just build the Bahamas, but build our region and our community.
Back with Nathan, I asked the sixth grader if there was anything he wanted to add.
I want to challenge corporate Bahamas to match or give more money than what we have raised to go along to give to Jamaica.
One student stepped up and led with love. I'm Matea Stewart for the Bahamas Tonight, and to that we say,
one love, one school, one Jamaica.
Well, you heard him, Corporate Bahamas. Let's see if we can help Nate with his goal. Thanks, Matea. Well, purchasing the latest handbag or cell phone doesn't seem like such a necessity when you learn just how far saving that money instead can take you. And these teens learned that lesson early. Our Danielle Dean was there for the special moment these soon-to-be professionals made their first savings deposit. Let's take a look.
A world where our youngsters aren't only taught and trained to do their jobs effectively, but they're taught to responsibly manage their income. That is what the National Training Agency aims to create. And if cohort 2026 walks away from the program next year believing they can have the life they each choose, then they would have learned one of life's most valuable lessons.
See, at first glance, I don't look like the type of person I would really be like a leader. Like, people would have their opinions already made up about me. But I try my best to show that I'm not like any other person who you would make up that opinion about.
Future chef Antoine Todd is a standout and was one of 2 young men selected by Executive Chairman of the NTA, Agatha Marcel, to open his first savings account with the post office.
We just want to show them the way. Savings is really important. The post office is a wonderful vehicle to save, no matter how small or how large.
Dispatcher Hollis Cox notes that the post office savings program outperforms many banks, giving a 5% interest rate per annum. She believes it is the perfect place for teenagers to jumpstart their financial literacy.
We don't give cards. And so for me, that is something more important because you can actually save.
Claude Julian hopes to become a mechanic and is elated he'll be able to maximize on customer payments, encouraging his peers in and out of the program to also make this investment into their futures.
The process was smooth, but you'll have some rough times, but it was okay.
Reporting for the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Danielle Dean.
Thank you so much, Danielle. Speaking of financial literacy, Judith P. Thompson primary school students learning more about becoming financially responsible and prudent as adults during a special visit from 2 female financial experts. Small Business Development Center Executive Director Samantha Roll and RBC Caribbean Regional Vice President of Personal and Private Banking, Lasagna Missick, gave 4th, 5th, and 6th graders a financial literacy lesson that they can utilize for a lifetime to come. The initiative was part of the ZNS Youth Leadership Program in partnership with Toastmasters International. The dynamic discussion gave the ladies a sense of nostalgia.
The best part about it was to hear how they could relate. And so as I was sharing my story, they were shaking their heads, they were engaging, they were talking about their experiences, similar experiences as well. And I think it's amazing to where we could then, in our current capacity, always come back and be able to impact positively our architects of this great country.
It's nothing like being able to really display to them exactly where the opportunities exist, and it comes from somebody who looks just like you. And someone that sat in the classroom where you're sitting today and having the same experiences or had the same experiences that you're having now. And so I really enjoyed it. It was motivational. It's a part of the job that I love. At RBC, we focus on, one of our key pillars is to focus on youth development.
And one of our key factors in terms of our mission is to help clients thrive and communities prosper. So to have the opportunity today to come and spend time with the kids and to really be a part of contributing to their success in the community, it's been a pleasure, a real pleasure today.
As a myriad of school students here in the capital benefited from this year's Purpose Path International Seminar, organizers say their focus is now on helping young people gain clarity about who they are and where they're headed. President Sherry Johnson explains that having a clear path is one of the most powerful tools a student can have. And it's the reason seminars like this are so important.
Okay, so when you determine a path, you know exactly what you should invite in your life and what you should disinvite in your life. So we exist essentially to provide information and cutting-edge information for students in their academic and professional pursuits. Whenever you have a goal or aim or a target or focus, you're able to get rid of the distraction. So it is very important to have seminars like these for young people in the country to ensure that they determine the correct path and stay focused in the journey.
Youth Officer Kelly Brathwaite believes one of the biggest challenges young people face is not having their voices heard, despite having so much to say.
The ministry offers a gamut of programs. We have the Fresh Start program, we have the Job Ready program, we have High School Leaders program. We actually have some high school leaders here today. And we also have a Be Inspired program, which is a grant-inspired program for young Bahamian entrepreneurs. So it gives a grant of $5,000. So, because everybody isn't made for a 9-to-5, and we acknowledge that, especially with this new demographic. So we make allowances for every single young person in the Bahamas.
Still to come, two of the country's biggest creatives and social media influencers have returned to Access Now. You know them well. We'll talk with Wendy and Tap in just a few. And of course, Basil Dean joins us later with tonight's weather report, so stay close.
Throughout our lifetime, we must all make decisions. No matter how we choose, the right one just needs to be made. Like having J.S. Johnson Insurance Agents and Brokers as your insurance partner. We've been serving the Bahamas for over 100 years. Whether you need home, motor, marine, or commercial insurance, make the right decision. Call 397-2100 or visit jsjohnson.com.
JS Johnson Insurance, peace of mind.
The internet isn't just for surfing. There's a sea of shoppers buying online, and you can connect with them on Tingsy. Tingsy is the SBDC's online storefront built for Bahamians. Take your business to the next level by selling to customers online, both at home and around the world. People want Bahamian things, and if you got things to sell, sell on Tingsy. Find out how you can connect with a sea of buyers by visiting tingsybahamas.com.
Make your company representative stand out through an embroidery design on your uniforms from Janae's Uniform Center, Chesapeake Road. Janae's utilizes the latest state-of-the-art embroidery technology to monogram large and small quantities of shirts, caps, bags, and other articles. If you don't already have a digitized logo, Janae's can design and digitize your idea and bring it to life. Then install the logo of your choice from their large selections of 27 stock colors of golf shirts in cotton or dry fit, caps, or workwear. Call 394-8385 or 6 or visit www.janaes.com.
It's time now for your Access Weather Forecast. We get you started in the tropics. 13 days remaining in the tropical cyclone season, and we don't anticipate any development over the next 7 days. Live weather radar showing our dry conditions throughout the 700 islands as high pressure remain in control of our weather. Now, your boating forecast for all areas tonight, those winds are going to be light and variable once again with flat seas. High tide takes place at 32 minutes past midnight. And then as we take you into Wednesday and Thursday for all areas, the winds remain light and variable with seas 1 to 3 feet over the ocean. High tide, 6:54 in the morning. And low tide, that will take place at 1:22 in the afternoon. That's going to do it for your boating forecast. It's time now for your international temperatures, and they're brought to you by Royal Star Assurance.
The sun comes up with a burning glow, shines down on paradise below. I'm talking about the Bahamas, you know, our beautiful archipelago. Now go, 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 brag about the beauty. Tell them be friendly.
And that's going to do it for your international temperatures, brought to you by Royal Star Assurance. But join me at 11 o'clock for a full weather update. Royston and Malina.
Thanks so much, Basil. We've got two exceptional creatives on set with us tonight who are no strangers to the cameras or social media. Well-known content creators Wendy Lewis, better known as Wendy, and Tap are here to tell us about their online collaboration and what advice they can give to future influencers.
Ladies, welcome to Access Now. We're very happy to have you back.
Thank you.
Now,
Excited.
tell us a little bit about your hashtag, A Very Bestie Christmas. Tap, can you tell us what's in the plans for that collaboration?
So me and Wendy are really excited about this. A Very Bestie Christmas is our original holiday series that follows two friends, Tap and Wendy, and it's really the focus is about sisterhood, community, and even faith. And we just wanted to put out something there that's really entertaining, but also touching, because we know these are the holiday times when people think about gathering together, but it's also a hard time for a lot of people. So we wanted to put something out there that's positive and that highlights the importance of community and supporting one another as Bahamians and in these times in general.
And Tap is being very modest. This is her 100% original idea. She is the brains behind this because this is a scripted series. It's not just your regular come go with me as content creators. And I know you guys know me as an artist, but I also have been doing quite a bit of content creation, but you know, she's the expert in it for the OG.
And she's an actress. Let me just say that. There's a part, Wendy is an actress on the, there's a part I wrote specifically for Wendy because I was like, I cannot do this, and I can't wait for y'all to see. It's very dramatic, and she's an actress as well. I don't know if people know.
That's what the content creators require sometimes. But we've known, as you said, Wendy, you're a well-known musician. Of course, Tap, you've been in the creative space for many years, a brand ambassador as well. What continues to motivate you to influence? And if you don't mind me asking, is it easier for Bahamian creatives now in the space to monetize their content directly from these social media apps?
So I would say we've made a lot of progress, honestly, as creatives in the Bahamas. There's a lot of groundwork that's been laid, and I have to say a big part of it is because of the support of the Bahamian people, we're able to have amazing partnerships with brands. We have partnered with some brands for this project, and that's one way that you are able to, you know, not only enjoy your art, but make a living from it, is you have brand partnerships. Wendy, of course, being a musician, she does a lot of performances and also brand partnerships. So, I mean, I do this full time. This is what I live off. Like, I don't have a 9 to 5, so I definitely think there's lots of opportunity to monetize. Of course, there needs to be more development and changes made in terms of certain apps on the back end that will still have restrictions in the Bahamas. But if you're creative, there are businesses that you can partner with, and that's one of the main ways that I am able to receive compensation for my art.
Beautiful.
Now, obviously, you guys are really well known for your content creation, but there are lots of Bahamians who are trying to kind of dip their toe in the water, become content creators, and also make a difference in society. What advice would you have for both the young, up-and-coming content creators who've kind of grown up with the apps and the older ones that are trying to get into it, but maybe they're not too familiar with the apps yet?
I think my advice to the younger ones is to be sure to be very professional. Like Tap said earlier, one of the main ways you can monetize, since we're in the Bahamas and we don't have the use of the monetization through the apps, is your collaboration with corporate Bahamas. And you have to be on it. Gotta keep it clean. You have to be professional, you have to be on time, you have to deliver the content, you have to be, I almost want to say have a clean image as well. That goes a long way in attracting, you know, money to your brand. And I would say to the older persons, don't be afraid of the apps. I know I look young, but I'm one of the older persons. And sometimes I'm just like, I don't want to deal with this. She's always like, come on, Grandma. And I'm like,
my gosh.
She's doing me bad.
That's how you know your friends.
But I would just say, don't be afraid of dabbling into the new apps, like the TikToks, of course, like the Instagrams. Don't just stay to Facebook. Venture out. Ask the Gen Z what the sayings are. 6, 7.
I even saw Dr. Menace using the 6, 7 and one of the politicians are breaking into the space. As far as content creation and the future generation, what's your thinking about that and your message to them maybe?
I think think for me, the most important thing is to make sure you're doing this from a place of passion and not just for virality or popularity, because demographics change, apps change. I've seen so many apps come and go in my 15 years of doing this, but make sure you have a purpose and a passion, and always remember that you are an artist. These aren't just apps. Like, we're telling a story with a very bestie Christmas, and we have a messaging and we have an ethos that we're trying to put out there.
And an impact.
And an impact. So I think for us, it's just very important to put passion into everything you do. Don't do it just for popularity, but look at it as storytelling, and you know, you're contributing to culture. Culture is a living, breathing organism, and what we're doing now is going to reverberate for years to come.
It extends beyond that. I think there's a charitable element to this as well, right? Just very briefly.
So, you know, we do have a series, we do have brand partners, but we're most proud to partner with the Great Commission Ministries. They're having something called Hope Fest on December 6th, and Great Commission Ministries, they feed over 600 people daily.
Amazing.
And they shelter as well, so we are actually partnering with them to get the word out, and also hopefully giving them some cash as well, putting our money where our mouth is.
Yes. Love to hear it. Love to hear it. Passion with a purpose.
Yes.
Well, thanks, Wendy and Tap, for joining us tonight on Access Now, but it's time to turn things over to ZNS Total Sports to see what's on tap.
And the QC Comets, your back-to-back BAIS baseball champions. Details of that story and more coming up in sports.
Come and visit us at Shop Smart, 'cause everything is here.
Yes, we have it all for you. Toys, clothing, office supplies, appliances, custom cut blinds, bedding, drapes, and rugs. Come and visit us on Mackey Street, 2 blocks down from Wolf Road. Call us at 698-1052.
Shop Smart, and Shop Smart, and Shop Smart. Oh, everything is here.
Bang ding. Bing bang ding. Ding ding dong. Bang bang bang. Ding bang ding. Bing bang ding. Ding ding dong. Bang bang bang. Ding bang ding. Bang bang. Ding bang ding. Ding bang ding. Ding ding dong.
Our company offers a simple philosophy, open hands. What do open hands mean? If you keep your hands closed, nothing comes in, nothing goes out. If you keep your hands open, a lot of things comes in, a lot of things goes out. We cannot expect to be a successful company without blessing our community and blessing our country.
My good friend and valued client, Dominic Stirrup, approached me following a meeting we had and told me of the idea that he had of feeding 10,000 Bahamians on Thanksgiving.
There was a lot of details to put together, had to figure out how to get it done. But at the end, it was worth it. At the end, it gave me a heart of gratitude to know that our company is reaching out to so many persons.
We invite you on a journey to witness an extraordinary chapter in the story of the Bahamas Striping Group of Companies, a tale of compassion, unity, and the true spirit of Thanksgiving.
Welcome to your Tuesday evening sports check, everyone. I'm Amajal Knowles, topping sports. It was a winner-take-all Game 5 last night at the Andre Rogers National Baseball Stadium in the BAIS Baseball Championships. The rivalry between the Queens College Comets and the St. Augustine's Big Red Machine was on full display. But this time, it would be the Comets coming out on top. QC emerging victorious 10-7. The MVP award would go to QC pitcher Austin Cartwright, who won 2 of the 3 games in the series, including going all 7 innings last night to lead QC to victory. He gave up just 5 hits and struck out 10 batters in the process. Switching gears over in the north in Grand Bahama. GB games continuing to heat up, this time over on the hardwood as basketball tipping off last night at the St. George's Gym. Northern Services reporter Matthew Martinborough fills us in on all the action.
Another week of the Grand Bahama Games is underway, and the competing constituencies are on the hardwood for basketball this time around. After speaking to some of the competing coaches and players, they feel very confident in their team's ability to claim the gold.
Well, I know for sure West Grand Bahama got this. Basketball, all women and guys team. I'm sure we got this in the bag.
I feel pretty good. We got plenty dudes who didn't come out tonight. So I know by time it's Wednesday when we play a better team in Pine Ridge, we'll be ready and locked and ready to go.
Well, we feel like we should come out victorious. We have the right set of pieces. We got a strong team, so we should come out with the goal.
Out of all the games on Monday's slate, the West Grand Bahama and Bimini women's Marlins looked the most impressive following their dominant win against the Pine Ridge Builders. Here's Marlins guard Jamise Roker after the game.
I decided to come out and put my best foot forward, and I'm happy for West Grand Bahama because everybody always doubting down there. And we still got the best players down there.
For ZNS Total Sports, I'm Matthew Martinborough.
In Family Island sporting news, a pair of events taking place on the island of Exuma over the weekend as well. On the water, the Exuma Sailing Club hosting the Sunfish Junior National Championships, which saw dozens of young sailors take to the water. We got up with the island's MP, Deputy Prime Minister, and Minister of Tourism, Investments, and Aviation, Honorable Chester Cooper, who spoke about the efforts from the young sailors and how it assists in strengthening the national sailing program.
When I walk through and talk with the young men and women, I see the passion. I see the glitter in their eyes. I see how excited they are about doing this. And a lot of times, children, sometimes adults, never really find that thing that inspire them, that get them up running in the morning. So it's really good to see this. And again, you know, it really bolsters the sport of sailing. We've made it the national sport, and this is an excellent feeder system now for regattas, not just for Exuma, but for the rest of the islands.
And that's been Look at Your Sports on this Tuesday. I'm Amajal Knowles, signing out until tomorrow.
Come and visit us at Shop Smart, 'cause everything is here.
Yes, we have it all for you. Toys, clothing, office supplies, appliances, custom cut blinds, bedding, drapes, and rugs. Come and visit us on Mackey Street, 2 blocks down from Wolf Road. Call us at 698-1052.
Shop Smart, and Shop Smart, and Shop Smart. Oh, everything is here.
Bang ding. Ding bang ding. Ding ding bang. Bang bang bang. Ding bang ding. Ding bang ding. Ding ding bang. Bang bang bang. Ding bang ding. Ding bang ding. Ding bang ding. Ding ding bang.
Our company offers a simple philosophy, open hands. What do open hands mean? If you keep your hands closed, nothing comes in, nothing goes out. If you keep your hands open, a lot of things comes in, a lot of things goes out. We cannot expect to be a successful company without blessing our community and blessing our country.
My good friend and valued client, Dominic Stirrup, approached me following a meeting we had and told me of the idea that he had of feeding 10,000 Bahamians on Thanksgiving.
There was a lot of details to put together, had to figure out how to get it done. But at the end, it was worth it. At the end, it gave me a heart of gratitude to know that our company is reaching out to so many persons.
We invite you on a journey to witness an extraordinary chapter in the story of the Bahamas Striping Group of Companies, a tale of compassion, unity, and the true spirit of Thanksgiving.
You're looking at a drone shot of the Fort Fincastle Water Tower. It was constructed in 1928 to provide water pressure for New Providence. Standing at 126 feet tall, the tower has been undergoing restoration efforts lately, and this shot was brought to you by drone pilot Kyson Miller. And now it's time for us to head on down to Exuma. Let's go.
Thanks, Marlena. The government is looking forward to the hundreds of visitors and residents that will enjoy a brand new Exuma International Airport in Georgetown. Already considered as one of the country's main tourist hubs, Exuma MP and Tourism and Aviation Minister, the Honorable Chester Cooper, is proud that this facility will make a significant impact.
This building is, I believe, almost 50,000 square feet, if I recall, with full arrival, departure, customs, immigration is fully equipped. And I'm excited about what it's going to do for Exuma. The possibility of Exuma truly becoming a hub for the South and Central Bahamas is looking more and more realistic as this airport takes flight, if I may use that word, to the second floor. So as an Exumian and as the Member of Parliament and as the Minister responsible for aviation, this is a proud day for me.
Well, it's that time in the show where we get all caught up on what's hot online. Here's Matea Stewart with Let's Talk Socials.
The Langston University Marching Pride Band out of Oklahoma brought a whole new energy to their latest performance. They blended their signature HBCU sound with that unmistakable Bahamian flair, and the crowd felt it immediately. The moment was captured by TikTok user HS Huncho, and once we saw it, we knew we had to share it with you. Take a look at this. HBCUs, or historically Black colleges and universities, hold a deep place in Black culture. Their bands, majorettes, campus traditions, and performances are known for celebrating creativity, identity, and community. Seeing an HBCU embrace Bahamian culture so boldly speaks volumes. It shows how our sound, our movement, and our cultural pride continues to travel far beyond our shores. To have it echoed on a field in Oklahoma reminds us that the Bahamas is making its mark in ways we don't expect. For Let's Talk Socials, I'm Matea Stewart.
They were getting busy on that slide. Oklahoma, shout out to the 242 there. That's going to do it for Access Now for tonight. Join us tomorrow night, and we'll be talking about growing with Directory with Neil Wims.
And stay tuned for the rundown with Clint Watson. His guest tonight is the Progressive Liberal Party's candidate for the Golden Isles by-election, Darren Pickstock. Good night, everybody.
At the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas, I'm Clint Watson, and this is ZNS. The Rundown is brought to you by Commonwealth Brewery Limited. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the show tonight. It's great to have you with us on this night. We're so glad to have all of you joining us. The past 24 hours has been buzzing all things politics across the country, with an estimated 300 Golden Isles residents participating in Monday's advance poll for the November 24th by-election. Parliamentary Registration Department already had their hands full ensuring that process went smoothly. However, when it was time to collect the ballot boxes, entire operation seemed to have gone into array. Officials from the Free National Movement and Coalition of Independents started an all-out war to halt what they allege was, quote, stealing the election. You saw here last night on our show the live scene recorded on social media. In the end, though, the ballot boxes were transported safely and on time to the Parliamentary Registrations Department offices on the Tonic William Starling Highway. Well, as you can imagine, Monday night's episode wasn't a pleasant experience for parliamentary registration officials handling the advance poll process. Parliamentary Commissioner Harrison Thompson held a press conference earlier this afternoon to inform the public on what transpired. Also addressing the media was Presiding Officer Neil Campbell. Both gentlemen joins me live tonight via Zoom from the Parliamentary Registrations Office. Gentlemen, good evening and welcome to the Rundown.
Good evening, Clint.
Good evening, Clint.
And just a correction, Mr. Campbell is the returning officer for the by-elections.
Thank you for correction.
And Mr. Montez Williams is the presiding officer. He's also here with me.
Okay, great. Thank you for that correction. I want to begin, Commissioner, and first explaining how did this all break down? What went wrong that caused the mass confusion and the blocking of the vehicle and this protesting that something awry was happening? What went wrong with the process?
We had lost at the Parliamentary Registration Department, Clint, as to what allegedly went wrong. Because from all indications, the process went smoothly in terms of the poll yesterday. What happened on the outside, we're still trying to find out what happened there. But the returning officer was on site most of the day, and he would respond to that at this time. Campbell.
Yeah, good night, Clint. Good night, Bahamas. Like the Parliamentary Commissioner is indicating, we were totally surprised. Everything within the Senate seemed almost heavenly because everybody was in agreement. Everything that they asked us to do, if they were concerned about the sealing of the envelopes, we sealed them, we taped them at the top, we taped the bottom. There was a particular person chosen from each camp, and they signed each particular envelope that went into the box. We even brought them near to the box, and they examined the box, and they viewed all the contents going on the inside. And when the box was locked, we allowed them to assist in signing every single tape or every attachment that was placed on the box. We also indicated to them that the advanced poll balloting will be placed in polling division number 1. Because they were the persons who would have signed all of the contents that went into the box. They had to be present when the box would be open on election day on the 24th. All indicated that they would be present. But at all times, I think that everything that they asked for, at one point somebody even asked what about tapping the box, and we allowed them to hit the bottom of the box. I think everything went extremely smoothly. All of the rules were adhered to. The same amount of time that it took for the pre-balloting in the morning, it took the same amount of time that evening. We closed at 6. And the agents demanded that we count every single thing in the polling place. And when we were through, we did a second count. Even though there was one count by the presiding officer, just for their comfort, we allowed the assistant returning officer to count the ballots as well. And once they were counted, they were all placed into an envelope where they all signed, and which was sealed. And like I say, the box, its contents was locked and sealed, and everyone signed, and everybody seemed to be in a very good mood. They congratulated the team, say it was an excellent job. It was the best they would have ever seen. Those are their words and not mine. We then asked the diarist, the police diarist, to tell us at the time, because we wanted to put the box then in the vehicle. And once the box went into the vehicle, then it was time to depart. And then when we went on the outside, that's when we seemed like it was a whole different thing occurring on the outside. Let me say also that particular day, yesterday in fact, you had where the F&M, Mr. Khalil Parker, their legal advisor, who we were in contact the entire day, and Mr. Lincoln Bain, who was the leader of the COI, they came to me and they were asking if it was decided where the box was going that evening. They had a conversation with the parliamentary commissioner early on, and then they came to me just to confirm. I confirmed that it was now going on to the parliamentary commissioner's office, as the parliamentary commissioner indicated to me, because all of that is under his remit. And so then they said, okay, we're satisfied that's going that where the agreement was for it to go. And they said, well, how will it get there? And then Superintendent Knowles, who was present at the particular time, He then joined in the conversation. He said that he will arrange the convoy if they wish to follow up. And then I said to them, I said, now, when it happens, I hope we don't have a problem. Do you wish for me to put numbers in a bag or a box, 1, 2, 3, 4, and you all select so that no one, when the time comes, says, I'm number 1, why is number 2? You know, why is number 3, number 4? So they said, man, Campbell, we don't have to get that petty. We are just satisfied that once we follow the box. That's what we said. The police was present. I'm giving you the facts. The building is secured, protective services where cameras are there. I'm assuming if anybody wants to go further with this story to check it, the validity of what I'm saying, just merely check the cameras if they were indeed running that particular day. I don't know, but I'm saying to you that we thought that everything was decided. And sometime later, Chief Superintendent Darwin, she came to me, she asked if we had given police permission to come into the yard in order to be a part of the convoy. And they said, I think it's best that you speak to Superintendent Knowles, who said that he would make the arrangements with the relevant parties. You know, and I thought everything was decided. Even when we came out that night, and individual came to me saying, these people blood will be on your hands. I was saying, like, what is going on?
Who said that to you, sir? Who said that to you?
The leader of the opposition, sir.
He said to you that the people's blood will be in your hands?
He did. God is my witness.
What did you make that out to mean?
Like, again, it was all like, I don't know, it's just like, it was like 2 different countries, 2 different worlds, because inside everything was peaceful. I know where we're doing the box, like when the vehicle was reversed inside in order to take the box out. Senator Michael Barnett Ellis, she was on the phone and she said to somebody on the next side, she said that we're coming out now. And then, like in the voice, she was saying, pardon me. Then she said, they're gonna block the gate. I said, block the gate. She said, yes, they said they're gonna block the gate. I said, you didn't tell them that everything went smoothly in here, there's no problem. So I didn't know it was an issue reference to a vehicle and everything, because remember, we had already sorted that out as well. During the course of the day, anything that they came to me or the presiding officer with, everything was resolved. Every single thing, even with the music. At one point, persons complained. I spoke to Mr. Brian Brown. He asked individuals to turn it down. It was turned down. There was one individual being a runner for the Progressive Liberal Party inside. We spoke to them. Senator Pickstock took him out by himself. Mr. Lincoln Bain came to me in a very honorable way about 2 or 3 times that particular day. And every time he came, we spoke and the matter was resolved. So it was all strange to me. In fact, even when they were now complaining about not going on the bus with the box or going in the vehicle with the box, I said, allow me to speak to the presiding officer, because he's in charge of the precincts. And he and I then, we were on the phone talking. So he said, where is he? It's the leader of the opposition saying it to me. I said, he's in the vehicle in the front of me. And so he went and we spoke with him. I could hear him through speaking. And then the presiding officer said he doesn't have a problem with it. When he came to me, I said, I endorse everything that the presiding officer says. If you all need to go on the bus, that is the bus. We'll put the box on. We'll go to the bus. I said, but this was not brought to my attention before. But as soon as it was brought to our attention, the matter was solved. So this is all strange to me.
Let me ask you, Commissioner, because the by-election will be held in a matter of days, next week, just about a week, under a week away from today. Are you concerned, based on what transpired last night, are you concerned about the process on Monday? And are you concerned about the behavior of political parties at the polls on Monday when you have thousands of people expected to show up to cast ballots?
I'm concerned, and I wish to appeal to all of the leaders and all the political parties and even our independent candidate to let us be as respectful as possible. Let us go out there and exercise our right. Let the people exercise their right. It is your right to vote, and your vote is your right. So we want to ensure that we have a smooth process on Monday. We had a meeting with the top brass of the police today, and we will meet again tomorrow as we try to mitigate any situation happening like what happened yesterday. We really want to election, and we want a smooth election. We want an efficient election, but all of us have to do our part. And we appeal to all of the candidates and their parties to appeal to their membership, to let's come out and let's act as real Bahamians ought to act, and respect each other's opinion. You have different opinions, but we ought to respect those.
Commissioner, for the record, what do you say to claims by opposition parties that the election is being stolen? What do you say in return to that by your office, that there are claims that the election is trying to be stolen?
That word for elections being stolen always baffles me. Anyone who knows about the electoral process, when you in the polling station, you have agents from every political party or every candidate there watching every aspect of the process. And I am a bit baffled when I hear that. But it's a common thing during election time. But I wish to assure the public that every effort will be made to ensure that everything is transparent and everything is above board. And we at the Parliamentary Registration Department, along with all of those who are joining us for this process, will ensure that we do the right thing.
I think what is key is what Mr. Campbell said, and that is all parties were there and they were satisfied with how the process went, and they all agreed that things were fine. So there could be no claims of such thing if all parties are in agreement.
Everything that went into the box, even the envelopes, we take the top, we take the bottom. Everybody signed them.
Well,
everybody signed the envelopes that went into the box. And when they were placed into the box, everything was taped. Everything was put the wax on it, and we allowed them to sign wherever they wanted to sign. If they even want us to put the tape on the hinge, we put the tape on the hinge. Everything was signed by a designated person. And then we told them that whoever signed, we wish for them to be present when the box is reopened. So they could see if the box was tampered with, see if the envelopes were tampered with. And most importantly, Clint, there's a Form Q that is filled out at the end with whatever the contents are in that box. And every single camp got a copy that was returned to the parliamentary commissioner. The presiding officer gave me an original copy. One was placed in the box, and one was returned to the parliamentary commissioner. One was given to the SIB, and one was given to the senior police officer on duty. Nothing could be changed because everything is on the same sheet for everyone in original form, not even a copy. All was given to them while they were looking in the box, while the box was sealed, and while the box was then going to be loaded into the vehicle.
Just real quick,
everything that could have been humanly done was done.
That's
and
good
everyone
to know.
shook hands, and everybody was on the same page.
That's good to know.
So when we went outside, yes, sir.
Let me just get, Commissioner, before you go, I know there was estimated that some 300 people were eligible to vote at the advanced polls. Do we know how many people actually turned out to vote?
249 persons voted yesterday.
Oh, wow.
Out of the 285. So we're around about 87%. So we're above what we did in 2021 already.
That's
and we
excellent.
expect that the elections will be around high 80s, early 90s%.
All right. Thank you, Parliamentary Commissioner Thompson, and of course, Returning Officer Neil Campbell. Thank you, gentlemen, for your service. I know you also have there Returning Officer, Presiding Officer Montel Williams. Thank you so much, sir, gentlemen, for your service and for your commitment to a transparent and fair process. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Clint.
Thank you. When we return tonight, we're going to talk to one of those candidates who's at the center of all of this discussion. He is the Progressive Liberal Party's candidate for the Golden Isles by-election, Darren Pickstock. He's here, and he's going to talk to us about his plans and give his take on what happened yesterday. You're watching The Rundown here on the ZNS Network. We're back after this.
After 30 years of banking, I've decided to take a leap of faith. I moved from banking into an untapped industry, which is manufacturing in the Bahamas. And now we are standing on 3 acres of land on which we're going to be putting the Bahamas' first end-to-end plastic recycling company, Eden Recycling and Manufacturing Company Limited. Eden has two arms, recycling and manufacturing.
This is groundbreaking for us. It's never been done before. It really makes a difference, not only in the Bahamas, but even around the world. This is not just a project that we're doing so that we can make a couple of dollars. We want to make sure that it benefits those who come after us. In future generations, we hope that this is a small vision, that they will take it and they'd expand on it. We can have the formula for what it means to do end-to-end recycling in the Bahamas, in the region, and even if we have to export these ideas and thoughts and concepts even into the U.S.
I have been coming to this island since I was 12 years old. It didn't take me long to realize the rich history it has here. When I bought this island in 2018, I fulfilled a lifelong dream. The goal is not only to preserve the memories I made over those years, but to make new ones and to give others the opportunity to do the same. As we go through this process, it has become clear to me. We aren't just rebuilding an island, we're reviving a legend.
Bang ding, ding bang ding, ding ding dong, bang bang bang, ding bang ding, ding bang ding, ding ding dong, bang bang bang, ding bang ding, ding bang ding, ding ding dong, ding bang ding, ding ding dong.
Welcome back. A special good night to all of you who are joining us in the Lion's Den. I see you online. And then, of course, those of you who are watching on either Flow TV or cable, whatever your platform is around the Family Islands. Those of you in Turks and Caicos, and then those of you joining us from around the region and internationally watching on YouTube, welcome to The Rundown. It's always good to have you with us. Well, Darren Pickstock stands as a distinguished figure in Bahamian public service, combining a successful legal career with dedicated legislative leadership and agricultural advocacy. As a member of the Progressive Liberal Party, Attorney Pickstock has emerged as a prominent voice for economic self-sufficiency and sustainable development in the Bahamas. Last month, he successfully secured the nomination to become the PLP's standard bearer in next week's Golden Isles constituency by-election. The former senator joins us tonight to share his plans to win this parliamentary seat. Welcome back to The Rundown. You're in a different capacity this time.
Yes.
And I'm going to show a little bit of shade. I riled the last time when I had the candidates on. I say you didn't show up, but they told me that you were busy with meetings and so forth. Yes. But I know you weren't going to let me down. No. So you're here. Yes. It's good to have you here. I know it's been a busy time for you.
Yes, thanks for having me. It has been extremely busy.
You know, we're talking about this, and I guess I'm going to ask you a human side question first, because a month ago you probably weren't even worried about all of this. And now, a month later, you're in the thick of it, the thick of campaigning, the thick of politics, an advance poll already under your belt, getting ready for a by-election. Have you even stopped to breathe? How did this all happen so quickly?
I have not yet stopped to breathe. But I suspect I will get a chance at some point.
At some point.
To exhale.
At some point.
But right now, it's full throttle ahead. And we're excited about that.
How has the process been for you?
You know, we have a team, and it's all about teamwork, everyone pulling in the same direction. You know, there are bumps along the way, but by and large, things have been going smoothly because we're organized.
That's an important thing. Organization is important. I got to go from the most recent thing, and then we'll go back and talk about the campaign. Yesterday was the advance polls. How was that process? You're smiling. I think we're both laughing because we know what that ended up being. But anyway, how was it by and large today?
For the most part, the process was smooth. It got a bit chaotic at the end. Mm-hmm. But, you know, thanks to the Parliamentary Registration Department and the police officials, things went smoothly. You know, there was a bit of confusion at the end with respect to, you know, what should happen, mm-hmm. or what should not happen. Mm-hmm. And that caused a bit of chaos. But
were you there for that?
I was.
What did you witness?
Well, I mean, I can tell you from the beginning, we all of the candidates, along with their agents and representatives, had a meeting with the Parliamentary Registration Department and the police officials.
There was a meeting?
Yeah, prior to the advance poll.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. And in that meeting, certain procedures and protocols were agreed to, and that would sort of set the process for the advance poll. And when we got to the advance poll, when we were about to sort of conclude for the day, there are certain people that had other plans, and so they did not stick to that agreement. They thought that things should go otherwise. And so they sought to cause confusion and chaos by you know, stopping the van with the ballot box, leaving the location. The way it was resolved, we had to use another bus and put more people on that bus, and that was the only way, you know, the bus was allowed to leave with the ballot box to go to the Parliamentary Registration Department for safekeeping.
Were there, in your view, any changes made by the Parliamentary Registration Office to the process, or did they stick initially to their plan?
They stuck initially to their plan, and they stuck to the agreement. We all agreed, right? Grown men and women in a room agreed to a plan. And for whatever reason, you know, the Free National Movement, along with Mr. Bain, the COI, sought to change that plan midstream. And so that is what caused the chaos.
Coming off of that, of the heels of advance polls, do you now have concern about the process for general election as far as the involvement of political parties?
Well, you know, I think, Clint, I'm, you know, the election should always be, you know, conducted in an orderly manner. At the end of the day, too, Clint, I think we have a duty, almost a bigger duty. We're trying to demonstrate to the next generation this is the way, you know, things should be conducted in decency and in order. And last night was a display of total, you know, it didn't look good to our kids watching on, who were saying and looking at what should transpire around the election, the polls, so that things can be fair, so that things can be orderly, and so that we don't experience the disruption that we experienced yesterday, because that was in really bad taste.
In your view, do you think emotions are running too high?
Well, I mean, you know, in some respects, you know, it's a very emotive process in the Bahamas. It usually is. And so I think emotions ran high, yeah.
Is there anything you think you would have done differently on advance polling day? We've heard people talk about all of the energy and the chanting going on between the PLP and the FNM and the music playing loud that the FNM had and all. In hindsight, do you think there are things that should be done differently?
I think so. I think music should not be allowed.
Right.
I mean, you know, and you know, there are rules that govern the way you should conduct yourself around an election poll. And so, you know, it's unfair to have music blaring for one particular candidate with his song or slogan playing. I mean, it can be seen as intimidating or campaigning around the polling station, and that should not be. That is what was allowed yesterday. And so, because law enforcement refused to tell the Free National Movement to cut the music off, then everybody else got music, right? And started playing music. The COI didn't. but everybody else started to play music. And that should not be the order of the day. It should be orderly, and there should be no campaigning around the polls, and that's the way it should be. I mean, again, we are demonstrating to the next generation. They are looking on and seeing how things are done, and yesterday was in really bad taste.
Candidates all have their pollsters and their poll workers working to see how they're doing. What is the feedback you're hearing based on the advanced polls as to how you would have performed in the advanced polls? How are you feeling?
Well, I mean, I saw a lot of support at the poll.
Okay.
That is probably to the extent that I can say.
Right.
If that's any indication of what how I did, then I'm feeling really positive because I knew the people on the line at the advanced poll. I saw them, and they said that they will support me and the Progressive Liberal Party. And so if that is any indication, I'm feeling extremely positive.
You have been on the ground, relentless, in dealing, in campaigning and trying to reach people. What are the concerns that you're hearing about Golden Isles? First of all, that people are telling you their concerns are in the community, which is very diverse because it's such a large constituency. Diverse. There are various sectors, various classes, various needs.
Yes.
That's difficult to address.
Yes.
What are people? What are the needs of the people?
So when we started the process, we canvassed. We established focus groups just to see and to listen to residents, to hear what their concerns were. And their concerns were far and wide and very diverse, like you pointed out. And so, but there were common things that ran through what concerned the residents. And so things like infrastructure concerned residents. Things like, for the younger segment, opportunities concern residents. Safe spaces for their kids to be and play. After-school programs, things for their kids to do after 3 o'clock. Representation concern them, ensuring that they have good representation and their representative is close to them. That featured really high in everyone's commentary, all of the residents' commentary. And so we went ahead, we compiled all of these concerns, and we came up with a 10-point plan. That is what we do. And in our 10-point plan, we spoke about building a community center for Golden Isles, and we will build that community center in Golden Isles. We spoke about youth mentorship and leadership. When I was growing up, Clint, I was in the Boys Brigade, Friendly Palmer, Captain Bullet. This is the discipline I received when I was at Zion Yamakura Baptist Church, right? And so this is what shaped me.
Yeah.
This is what helped me. Somebody poured into my life, and that is why this is on this plan as well. So this is something that is very near and dear to my heart.
Definitely needed in our country nowadays.
Yes. And as you know, I already assist with the Next Gen men mentorship, Violets Are Blue mentorship, and I assist currently with these programs. And we are establishing our very own programs in Golden Isles, mentorship programs, and we will also be assisting other mentorship programs in Golden Isles, because the reality is we don't know it all. And so if we can catch more people, cast a wider net, mentor more young men and women by assisting other programs, then you know what? I'm just fine with that. And so we also have our entrepreneurship and microfund. Now, there are a lot of young, and this featured high in residents, particularly younger residents in Golden Isles. They want opportunity. They have brilliant ideas. I mean, some of the most just out-of-the-box thinkers right in Golden Isles. And they say to me, Mr. Pickstock, we have this idea, but you know what? We need funding. Right? That is the cry. We're not looking for a hand out. We are looking for a hand up. And so we established this microfund, and that is being established to assist businesses just coming off the ground, new startups, and existing businesses.
That's great.
Right? And this is part of even the mandate at BAIC, for instance.
Correct.
I mean, what we do at BAIC is we connect entrepreneurs with funders, whether it's the SBDC, whether it's BDB, Bahamas Development Bank, and other sources of funding to assist people, and in this case, to assist residents with building out their business or starting their business, whether it's a startup or whether it's an existing business. So this one, again, is really, really near and dear. And then our infrastructural upgrade.
So we've heard about the issues, right, with roads and flooding and all these things that are common in that area.
Yes. And so, you know, I want to point out here, though, that the roads, you know, and people say, well, why are you paving now? but it's not that we're paving now. This is part of a national program, right? So if you go to any area in New Providence, there are areas that are being paved now. Right? If you go to Exuma, if you go to Eleuthera, roads are being paved now.
So this wasn't just an election ploy?
It was not just an election ploy. But what you do have is you have a representative in me that will advocate on your behalf, that will advocate for things to get done, that will be fighting for you to say, we need the roads paved. Right? And as a result of that, the roads are being paved from Carmichael Road heading west into Coral Harbor, whether it's Spikenard Road, whether it's Lazaretto Road, whether it's Spike Court, whether it's Harmony Street, all being paved. And we're gonna move in and put speed bumps in those roads, in through those side corners, because that is what concerns residents. They want to ensure that their kids can safely traverse, and that when they use the road, they don't have to repair tires when they drop in potholes, because there will be none. And another one is Coral Harbor Road, which is traditionally has been an issue for a very long time. With flooding. And so the government has now, will be starting this week, where they will be building that road. Right? And so you will have the residents will have a new road that they can traverse, and also there will be solutions for the flooding. So there will be lift stations to move that water off the road. That water is then filtrated, and the water has to go somewhere. So it will be going in the canal system.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
It makes sense. Right? And so hopefully, and that is just the first phase of dealing with the issue, because we know that there are flooding issues throughout the Coral Harbor area. But it has to be done in phases to see the flow and to see how the water reacts when this road is built, when the lift stations go in to move the water, how it reacts in other areas. So this is going to be a solution that the Ministry of Works will be rolling out using lift stations going forward. And we see if it works, right? And if another solution needs to be done, then we do that. Right? But the reality is, it's been an issue for a very long time. And the PLP government is dealing with it.
All right. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come up, we'll conclude our conversation, because there's some other questions you want to get in there. You're watching The Rundown. We're back after this with Darren Pickstock.
Coming this fall, Royston Jones and Melina Leonard on The Bahamas Tonight, Access Now. Weekdays, 7:30 p.m. Tune in and get your fill of community news, Family Island news, entertainment, and, well, sometimes slithering animals. That's The Bahamas Tonight, Access Now, weekdays, 7:30 p.m. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
Make sure that your mission is intact. Yes, Mom! Agent 1, what is a touch? Physical contact, Mom. Agent 2, what is a good touch? Touches that make you feel alright, Mom. Such as? A high five, a handshake, even a kiss, Mom. Good. Now, Agent 3, what is a bad touch? touches that make you feel not so good, ma'am. Like a slap, a kick, a pinch, and most important, if someone touches your private part. And what do we do when someone gives us a bad touch? You tell a trusted adult, ma'am, for help, ma'am. Tell them, don't do that, ma'am. Agent, I see that you understand. Now it's your mission to spread this information. Just remember that good touches are okay, and bad touches are not okay. So, agent, go spread the word. Yes, ma'am.
Welcome back to the Rundown. We're continuing our conversation with the Progressive Liberal Party's candidate for Golden Isles in the by-election, Mr. Darren Pickstock, talking about his plan. I want to continue to talk about your plan because I believe our interviews ought to have substance to it, right?
Yes.
People want to talk about things they want to do, and then we'll get to some other questions. Obviously, these are surfacing. So we talked about your 10-point plan. I think we covered 4 of them so far. The next one, of course, is what many communities want. Safer communities, CCTV and lighting.
Yes, and this is important. And we're not talking about the drones and the CCTV Marvin Dames promise, which we never saw, right? We're talking about real things that we can touch, we can feel, right? And so the government intends to expand the CCTV program in Golden Isles and also ensure, look, people are not asking for the world. They want simple, basic things where they have pride in their community. They want to know that they're lighting on their parks. They want to know that their street lights, that the lights are repaired when it goes out or replaced, so that when they come home, they can feel safe. I've talked to mothers who work the graveyard shift, they call it. And when they come home, they want to know that the street light is working.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? They want to know that there are an extra pair of eyes, CCTV, watching, right? And so we are going to ensure that mothers and families feel safe when they get home any time in the night, that we have lights that are working. We're going to ensure that there are lights on our parks. We're going to ensure that, I mean, you know, I repaired some nets throughout the community of Golden Isles. And, you know, the other party laughed at me to say that, you know, the nets cost $10. But why didn't they repair it? Right. As a person, as a private citizen looking for the nomination, I wasn't even ratified then. And I repaired it because that means something. I grew up on the parks playing basketball. And when I hear that ball go in the net and it goes shh,
yeah, it's something it does to you, right?
Oh, man, that's a feeling, right?
Like you said, little net.
Yeah, net. Right? And, you know, everyone want to be Steph Curry because when they hear that net,
right.
Look, that sounds simple, but that means a lot because I knew what it meant to me. And so we're going to ensure that the parks are a place for people to have pride in, for them to play on, to ensure that their swings and the swings are functioning and working, and there's sands in the sandbox for kids to play. This means something, Clint. This isn't just something that is simple, right? This is what families are asking for. This is what families want. Good representation. They want government to do what they say that they are going to do.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's it.
Yeah.
You know, most people, when I speak to them, they're not asking me for stuff. They're not asking me for ham and turkey.
Right.
They're saying, do what you say you're going to do. That's what they're saying. Keep our roads safe, right? Keep the lights on, the street lights working. You know, give us opportunities. We're not asking you for a handout. Provide us with the opportunities That's what they're saying.
Yeah.
They're saying that they want a representative that will be close to them, that is accessible, not someone who would stay away from them, someone that will walk into them, walk to them, and meet them where they are. And in that regard, because my constituency is big, we're going to have mobile offices, right? So we're not going to only be at the headquarters on McCarty Road. We're going to have a mobile office where we're going from community
that makes sense.
to community, hearing people's concern. We are bringing representation to the people. That's what we're doing.
Wow.
So that people understand that they have someone who will be close to them and someone that cares.
Wow.
And listens.
So you're talking education, training, scholarships, constituency help desk. You talk about a rapid response team, health and wellness for every household, because we do need healthier people. If you don't have to go to the doctor and go and get medical care, you can save some money in your pocket, live a better quality of life.
Absolutely.
I know you talked about the digital access and smart community tools so that people can have access to your services. It's a tall order. And people will say when they see this, oh yeah, it looks good on paper. Are you going to do it? Because they've been let down so much by persons in Parliament over the past decades. And so it's hard for people to believe again and trust again. How are you getting them to have that trust in you?
Well, listen, I'm working, I'm on the ground. I've always worked hard. I've worked hard from a busboy, from a packing boy at Kennett Food Store with Kenneth Carey. I had to fight to pack bags, you know, because I was only this big. So, you know, I would get bullied sometimes. So I had to fight to get my turn to pack so I could make that dollar. Every turn in my life, whether it was a packing boy, a bus boy, a space cleaner at Atlantis Hotel, a legislator in Parliament, I was always in a service-related position and always had to fight. They will know that they have a fighter in me. I am a lion. I don't give up. And that is what Golden Isles will get. And I understand why people are cynical with politics and politicians, because promises, they just promise, and not fulfill these promises. And that's why people became so cynical. My motto is community, trust, action. I understand that it's all about community. I understand that it's about rebuilding trust. It is about rebuilding trust because to some extent, people have been let down. And so you need to rebuild trust. But that trust must come with action, right? The way you build trust is through consistency and through action. People need to understand that you are going to do what you say you will do.
I want to wrap up with an issue that a local daily made constant headlines with and kept writing about, saying that you were criticizing the very party you represent, and you're saying that there was no representation, the people were abandoned and left alone. How do you make out of what they've said? They're saying that how could you then want to represent these people when you're talking about a government that you are going back and represent? What do you say to those comments?
Well, look, I don't play politics, right? They're playing politics, and you see from Michael Pintard's politics book, he plays politics. I'm not about that, right? I'm a serious individual, and I'm about speaking truth to power. That's what I'm about, truth to power. I will never disrespect the Honorable Vaughan Miller. He did, I believe, that he did all that he could do. But the reality is, some people felt and some people did not.
That's reality, what people are saying.
That's the reality. I am going door to door, and I am knocking on doors, and I am listening to people. And that's it. I'm expressing their views, right? But I'm the change agent. You know, we're here today to talk about what I am going to do. I'm the young change agent, and I am going to do what I say that I'm going to do. These things on this 10-point plan, these are not pie in the sky. I've been involved to some degree with all of these things that I'm talking about on this 10-point plan, and I'm going to carry these out. Right? I have the entire apparatus of the government behind me, and I'm going to ensure that Golden Isles is taken care of. That's what I can assure the residents of Golden Isles. You know, sometimes my opponent want to talk about, you know, well, you shouldn't vote because a vote, if we don't win, we'll stop the work. Or if we win, we will stop the work. Well, that's why you should continue to vote. You know, the paradox, well, you should continue to vote for the PLP if that's the way you feel, right? And so Golden Isles will know that they have a fighter. Golden Isles will know that they will have a representative that will always be close to them, someone that is accessible, and someone who will always listen. And it's, for me, it's all about action and results. Very results-oriented, very result-driven.
All right, Darren Finkstock, you are now days away from a full night's sleep.
Yes.
Thank you. All the best to you in the by-election on Monday. Thanks for coming on the show.
Yes.
It's been a pleasure.
Good.
All right, stay with us when we come back after the break. We're going to talk about Thanksgiving. That's also happening next week after the by-election. There's Thanksgiving. If you all buy your ticket, you get in shopping. But we'll talk about a big initiative that's going to change the lives of so many here that Bahamas Striping has been doing for many years. We'll talk about it right after the break. Stay with us.
Hi, I'm Desmond Saunders. I want you to tune in to the new Weekend Edition, Saturdays and Sundays at 7 p.m., where we have a whole lot of new stuff for you. All right, so I'll give you a sneak preview. Boldly Bahamians, Sizzle Saturdays, Parliamentary Bench, just to name a few. So buckle up and get ready for the ride. Coming this fall, the new Weekend Edition. Stay close. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
Mailboat service is a critical service to the islands of the Bahamas. Certainly, Andrews has always been there and dear to us. That's where we're born and raised. And so we play a crucial role in advancing the growth and development of Andrews. Customers want service and they want consistency. From the start, that's been our commitment. We work to sail on time every time. Our customers have come now to expect this from us. And one of the biggest challenges we've had was finding adequate funding. SPDC from the very start has been a lifesaver. My advice to young people, if you have a vision, a passion, an idea, go for it. Don't give up. It's not easy. If it was, everybody would be doing it. Be consistent and you'll get there.
We lead off with this report. This one is a good one to lead off with for Sunday.
Your weekend news just got better. Exciting features, good vibes. It's all about the feeling.
Hey, I'm Raven, and your Sundays never felt so good. Tune into Northern Service Vibes, where culture meets conversation, every Sunday at 6:30 p.m. only on the ZNS Network.
Finally tonight, founded by the Bahamas Striping Group of Companies, Bahamians across the country are looking forward to the Let's Make a Difference nonprofit initiative that feeds thousands, literally thousands of Bahamians on Thanksgiving Day. It began as a single act of kindness in 2011 and has since grown into a national effort. The organization's primary goal is to address local needs, which has historically included large annual Thanksgiving Day food drives to feed thousands of Bahamians. Planning for this event takes a long time. Executive Assistant at Bahamas Striping, Juliet Gifford, joins us tonight with an update on this year's preparation. Juliet, good to see you.
Thank you.
It's that time of the year again.
It's that time of year.
We're back at it again. And of course, the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas is happy to be a sponsor again for another year as part of this initiative, because we believe it indeed is what we're about, reaching the masses throughout the length and breadth of the archipelago of islands.
Absolutely.
I want to start, obviously, in talking about the initiative itself, and the fact that what strikes me as amazing is the fact that it's not just local. It's not just for New Providence. We're taking on islands throughout the Bahamas, correct?
Yes, we are.
Talk a little bit about that, about where we're reaching.
This year, we are ecstatic that we were able to reach Long Island. This is the first year we're going into Long Island.
This is the first time Long Island
yes.
will be added to it. Excellent.
Long Island has been added, and we are also touching Cat Island as well. Long Island is feeding 250, and Cat Island is feeding 200.
So you're adding that now to the inventory.
Yes, and we're excited.
Wow. So let's talk about it. For people who are wondering, what is the Let's Make a Difference program? What is this program about? Tell us what it's about and some of the partners who are working with Bahamas Striping.
The the Let's Make a Difference feeding initiative is Bahamas Striping's way of reaching out to persons on Thanksgiving Day. And as we continuously say, the company has been blessed over the years.
Yeah.
And in order to be able to be continuously blessed, we are blessing others.
That's a principle.
Some people say, why one day? And our question is, why not one day?
Right, right.
You know, there are persons who don't have a hot meal on Thanksgiving Day, so we're attempting to do that this year by reaching out even more persons.
Wow.
This year, our target is to feed 30,000 persons.
30,000. That's a lot.
It is a lot.
Probably the largest feeding thing on Thanksgiving Day going on in the country.
It is, it is. We're making history.
But you're not doing it alone. You have people who are coming on board as partners to be a part of this. Talk about that.
Yes, we have companies, organizations that have reached out. They have sponsored the program, and then we have the persons that are cooking and distributing. We have this year, we are so excited that we were able to get into the schools.
Wow.
Aquinas and Queens College are cooking for distribution.
Wow.
And then we have the primary and junior schools. We have several primary schools that are cooking, and they're going to feed the entire school, including faculty.
Wow.
All the staff and students are going to be partaking in a Thanksgiving Day meal.
This is going across all. I mean, there are really no barriers because you have schools who are going to be able to benefit from this. You have some of the feeding networks that feed those who are in need of a meal.
Yes.
Who will be able to be a part of this. And then you have the elderly that are going to get meals. So it's a cross-section of institutions and organizations that are benefiting.
Yes, yes. We have Bahamas Feeding Network. They do this every day of the year. So what they do, they set aside Thanksgiving Day to assist us with helping us pack food items to be sent out to the family islands. They help us by providing us a list of some of the places that they contribute to. So they give us Thanksgiving Day for us to be able to feed those organizations.
How do you coordinate what happens to the family islands? How do you ensure, you talked about the hundreds you're feeding on those islands. Do you have feeding networks going on just like you have here now, so people cooking and distributing as well?
Yes. Once again, we use Bahamas Feeding Network. We tap into their distribution. They reach out to, they make the connection, and we take it from there. So, for example, Cat Island, that was someone that I reached out to, and they're going to make sure that their 200 meals are distributed to the sick, the shut-ins, the elderly, and the children's home.
So the reality is no one should go without a meal on Thanksgiving.
No one should go without a meal.
Is there a plan of a place of people who say, well, I'm not having Thanksgiving dinner, someplace they can go to get a plate of food?
Yes, they can. We have the Salvation Army. Salvation Army is cooking 1,000 meals.
1,000?
1,000 meals on Mackey Street. We have First Baptist Church, Commonwealth Baptist Church. I'm just trying to think of the top of my head. We have quite a few.
They're all over.
They're all over. And just prior to Thanksgiving Day, we are going to post a flyer on social media that's going to tell you if you don't have a Thanksgiving Day meal, you can go to one of these places and be able to be fed.
The volunteerism is more than just feeding people. You have companies who are either donating time, donating just canned goods, donating food items.
Yes.
Talk about the donations, how they span.
We have small companies that have called us. For example, one reached out to me by email, One Realty, and they want to send their team out on Thanksgiving Day. They want to know where can we send our team. So we have assigned them somewhere to go. We have individuals who have either emailed, contacted the office, and they want to know where can we go. So we have to assign them somewhere where they can go. We want to help. I want to be able to distribute. Some persons want to know where can I go to help cook. So we were able to do that as well.
It's a real big initiative. I have to ask you, you have new partners this year that you haven't had last year?
We do. We are so happy to say that Super Value has partnered with us.
Oh, wow, good.
Bank of the Bahamas has partnered with us. A company called Braun has partnered with us this year. These are first-timers, and if I forgot anyone, I do apologize.
How are plans going so far? You know, the town now sort of getting close to the wire. How are plans progressing?
We've had 1 or 2 delays, mainly with our ham and turkey container. Other than that, because this is now our 5th year, it's becoming easier. Even though the number is greater, the task is becoming a bit easier because every year I can reinvent. You know, we're able to tweak 1 or 2 things to make it flow a bit smoother.
And of course, what is the expectation this year from the people who haven't experienced this initiative yet? What should they be expecting?
They can expect a real good hot meal. They can expect happy faces. We're excited about the schools, especially the primary schools. A lot of them are going home, you know, to eat noodles. So this year they're going to get a hot meal. Some of them may even have enough to take a plate home to share with their family.
Wow. It's great expectation. How do you feel? I know you've been coordinating this every year, and while it's a big task and tall work, how do you feel when you're seeing the success of how it's growing and mushrooming, not only with the partnership, but with indeed the success of people being able to get a meal on Thanksgiving Day?
It's a really, really good feeling. It's a good feeling. And then with our company, it's not just me. It's a team effort.
Right.
Everyone chips in. For example, today we have Bahamas Feeding Network in our warehouse because they didn't have the space. So they came over, they're packing, and then everyone is just lending a hand to make this possible and to flow smoothly.
What do you say to people out there who say, I don't know if I can still get in on this? What do you say to people?
Yes, they can. We have other organizations that are calling to see if we're still able to provide them. But of course, at this point, if you still want to donate,
yes,
the doors are open. The more we receive, the more we would be able to pass on to others. So you can contact our office, 394-7777, and just ask for me, or you can speak with our receptionist and she'll make sure that the message gets out.
Your days away, what happens over the next few days now leading up into Thanksgiving?
Right now, we are in the packing stages. Tomorrow, we're starting to distribute to the mail boats that are going to the family islands. The locals in Nassau are coming to collect their goods. Ham and turkey will be distributed. We're now going to start move around to the various distribution centers to see their prepping stage, the soaking of the turkey. So that's the point we're at now. And then next week, that we're going to continue on as well. We're going to see how the preparations are going.
And of course, people need to know this will be a tasty meal. Some of the best cooks and chefs and organizations are going to be preparing the meal, so you don't get no low cost meal. You get a good value. When people are spending all this money on these Thanksgiving meals, those who don't have it will get a great meal at no cost to them.
Yes, I want to send a shout out to Chef Johnson, who this is his 3rd year reaching out to Aquinas College. I connected them, and this is his 3rd year. He has blocked out Thanksgiving Day to make sure assist Aquinas College. So if we have any chefs out there that want to assist some schools, I have schools that could use your help. You're free on Thanksgiving Day or the days before. Please reach out to our office.
Thanksgiving Day can be a very special day. Julia, thank you for coming on the show. Always a pleasure.
Thank you for having me.
Of course, we're talking to you leading right up to the actual big day.
Thank you.
Thank you, Julia. That does it for the rundown. Be sure to stay locked on the ZNS network for the Bahamas tonight at 11. It's a final newscast in the country with the latest news and information. Tonight with Royston Jones, I'm being told. Well, he's filling in for Corvo Piperum. So for all of us here at ZNS, I'm Clint Watson. Thanks so much for joining us. Good night, everyone.
Join us each Sunday at 5 p.m. and Tuesdays at 2:30 p.m. for Legends, the Untold Story, here on the ZNS Television Network.
I put my foolish pride aside in acknowledgement of your goodness. Everything is the Lord's in the earth in its fullness.
It's M-A-D-I-O Mario, and I'm inviting you to tune into Entertainment Fridays on the Bahamas Tonight. Access now at 7:30 p.m. You miss it, you diss it.
To fall, but was caught before I fell. Was so hard-headed, too stubborn to ask for help.
That's Bahamas Tonight. Access now, weekdays, 7:30 p.m. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
The internet isn't just for surfing. There's a sea of shoppers buying online, and you can connect with them on Tingsy. Tingsy is the SBDC's online storefront built for Bahamians. Take your business to the next level by selling to customers online, both at home and around the world. People want Bahamian tangs, and if you got tangs to sell, sell on Tingsy. Find out how you can connect with a sea of buyers by visiting tingsybahamas.com.
At Fort Montague, I'm Opal Roach. This is ZNS.